everybody. Welcome back to Fright Bites Live, a special 2-hour special Fright Bite Live, episode 45, the show where you watch this. I can even do this now. We could have a little 3D effect going on there. But seriously, you get to ask me anything. And I definitely have like some things I like to do, like to have a little fun with you guys here tonight, since this is a special 2 hours. My goal is to make this the best Fright Bites episode yet. I know I'm an idiot. I'm supposed to save this for 50. Well, screw 50. 50 can wait. Why not do it at 45? So hopefully everybody is doing well. Again, sorry about the switch over for Good Real Live for our Road to Camp Crystal Lake, the series on Peacock on October the 15th on Thursday. For us doing the Friday the 13th review series 2.0. Again, we apologize for that because Brad had to be a little son of a bitch and he had to be called not for his regular work, but mainly his filming work. So he had to go do some filming. As you already know, we are doing, we as Good Real Hunting is the part of The Last Nightmare Part 2 in the movie. And Brad had to go do some stuff for that because me and Chris, we did our role so perfectly, and they wanted to give Brad stuff is very special to do. So Brad, if you're listening to this or see this, best of luck, my friend. We cannot wait to have you back next week, which next week, we're not going to only just do part 7, but we're also going to do part 8. So yes, the goal is 2 streams in 2 days for next week. We have not determined those days yet. I know one of those days is going to be Thursday, obviously. It's just what it's going to follow. Is it going to be a Tuesday, Wednesday? So stay tuned. We will try to get that kind of information as soon as possible for that. And see, Jean, when it comes, already awesome. She's already voted on for what I want you all to do. These are the 3 things that we're going to have fun with tonight. And the goal is to try to get this done within 2 hours. However, I do have a super chat goal here tonight, and the super chat goal is if I can get 10 super chats of any kind. So it could be $1 super chat, it could be 2, it could be 5, whatever you feel like giving. 10 of any super chats, I will go an additional hour. So instead of a 2-hour special, I'll make it a 3-hour special just for you all. The only way, again, we can do that is the super chat goal of 10 super chats of any kind. So rich men and women in the chat, do your thing. Try to everything we can. Again, this is not forced. This is just a little challenge to see if you want to do an extra hour. So we have a lot more time to tackle some of these things. Or, of course, if you have any questions, remember, this is a show where you get to ask me anything. So let me say hello to everybody in the chat. And it looks like we're getting ready to read some 0.5 reviews of horror movies that are actually really fucking good, because I find it really damn interesting. I was just digging down the rabbit hole the other day. I'm like, what is there people out there that give Halloween movie like Halloween 1978 a 0.5 on Letterboxd? And if so, what do they have on their mind? And I think that's just be a lot of fun that we just get to poke fun of these people. Again, playfully, because they are entitled to their opinion. Again, we all have opinions. It's just kind of fun looking at those particular opinions. So it looks like that is what we're getting ready to be doing. Yeah, how about 3 hours? Again, the only way we get 3 hours. Yeah, so there we go. So I was reading Chester's comment real quick. But yeah, the only way we can get that 3rd hour is 10 super chats of any kind. So again, it is not forced. That's if you want to go that extra hour. So let's go ahead and say hello to everyone, and I guess we'll just start reading some bad reviews. And if there's a particular horror movie that's really great, like Halloween or Scream, if there is a movie you want me to rate a 0.05 and see what they got to say about that review, let me know in the comments. Or if it's a super chat, I will do it immediately. So let me say hello to everybody. We got Ashton. What's going on there, Ashton? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Sharing that Discord link to the Good Real Hunting Discord group, where we share all things, or talk about and we share too, but we talk about all things horror movies, non-horror movies, fitness, motivate each other. And of course, we got WWE SummerSlam over the weekend. So yours truly will provide both nights of SummerSlam absolutely for free. So you don't have to pay those bullshit ESPN prices. So if you want to join the Good Real Hunting Discord link, it is right there in the chat. It's also in the description down below. I gotta give me some grape drink real quick. Man, I'm so excited. That's why I gotta slow myself. I gotta just lower the tempo a little bit. I'm getting a little too excited about this stream. We got Chester. What's going on there, Chester? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. We got La Mantra. What's going on there, La Mantra? How are you doing? We got the lovely Brooke. What's going on there, Brooke? How are you doing? Yeah, just make sure you stab the shit out of that like button because it definitely goes a long way. It might not be something for you, but it's everything for us content creators because that's what gets that video and live stream out there in the algorithm. That evil son of a bitch algorithm. We got Byron. What's going on there, Byron? How are you doing? We got Atanas. What's going on there, Atanas? How are you doing? We got Fire in the Sky 45. What's going on there? Are you going to CreepyCon? Remind me, when is CreepyCon? I just got a hectic schedule within these next couple of months. So if you let me know and I don't have anything, I just might. You might never know. I just don't remember what the date is. We got Gene Whitcomb. What's going on there, Gene? How are you doing? We got Valerie, 92 days. Hell yeah. We got Melody. What's going on there, Melody? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Chris will be back next week. This is just me solo doloing it tonight. Destiny, what's going on there, Destiny? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Hopefully, again, you still forgive me for not getting a movie reference of Skeleton Key. As my punishment, I promise you I will watch it here soon. So I can experience Kate Hudson. But Destiny, hopefully all is going well with you and appreciate you being here. What's going on there, Erica? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. We got Derek J. What's going on there, Derek J? How are you doing? Yes, I definitely know that it is SummerSlam both nights at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I personally love that. I love it. So thank you. Just as a reminder, just in case there, Ashton. We got Yo Adrian. How you doing? What's going on there, Adrian? We got Gavin Mud Nelson. What's going on? How are you doing? It's this weekend. I got too much to do this weekend. Man, I am so sorry. I will not be able to make it to CreepyCon. Maybe next year. I am really hoping for next year I can do that. Because I keep on hearing that CreepyCon is getting better each year, and I definitely need to experience at least one time. Let's see here. I'm just checking you all out right here. Not in a non-freaky way, of course. There we go. So everybody's here. And guys, I got a movie already popped up, so we're going to go ahead and just read some 0.5 reviews for very damn good horror movies that do not deserve a 0.5. Again, be sure if you want, there's a particular movie you want me to tackle, like a Scream or anything like that, just drop it in the in that chat, and I will get to it as soon as I can. I just got to keep going back and forth here. So without further ado, let's get started here. I'm going to shrink myself real quick, so I'll still be on the screen. Let's get rid of that. We are good there, so we're going to stop that particular poll. We'll get to those other two things here in a minute. We'll just go a good little bit with this. So there we go. So let's tackle some good old Halloween. Actually, before that, let me get the chat popped up on my phone because it's going to be hard. Actually, you know what? It's not. Yeah, it's going to be hard going back and forth. So let me get the stream on my phone so I can at least follow the chat too. You know, trying to multitask here. That is the plan, the multitask. There we go. We got 17 people watching in the chat. You guys are awesome. I love it. Oh, right before I got to read the first thing right here. Actually, I'll probably reading it right now, but we'll get to it here officially. Erica, $5 super chat, our first super chat of the night. So that means 9 more super chats of any kind, and I will add an extra hour to this stream. So thank you, Erica, for $5 saying hit the thumbs up button because again it really helps. I don't want to have to stab anyone because I like you guys. Well, let's not piss off Erica, so let's get those other 9 super chats going as soon as possible, right before 9:45. 9:45 p.m. Eastern time is the official cutoff of that super chat goal. But Erica, let me play you a video and then we'll tackle some Halloween. So let's see here. What are we gonna do? Let's do this one.
Because I just happen to have 2 20s and 2 10s right here in my wallet. I was afraid they were going to be there till next April.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So thank you so much, Erica, for doing that. All right. I'm going to switch over to my handy dandy letterbox here. So we're looking pretty good on this screen. So, Adrian, Brett, did you get the Stranger Things box set? I have not because my ass is, as that kid Jaden says in that freaking math thing, that's the TikTok video. If you know, you know. Jaden broke. That's literally me right now. I am broke as all get out, but you know what? A good kind of broke because I'm gonna have me a lot of fun come in September. So let's see here. Let's read this first. A hat 0.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd for Halloween 1978. Let's see what this jolly good person's got to say. This is watched by Seth Midham. There we go. Now you get to see me freaking butcher names as well. So here we go. I've watched very few things more boring and stupid in my life. Ooh, we're already up to a rough start already. Out of boredom, I played all the games on my phone, scrolled through Reels and TikTok. The only intelligent character is the little kid, and even he, poor thing, has no one to care about him. And screw that piano piece that became a meme associated with the character. The only good thing about the movie was them watching the thing on TV. Oh, come on. At least you could have mentioned like John Carpenter's The Thing. Like, come on. Like, I respect The Thing from the 50. I believe it's 51 is the original, The Thing from Another World. But man, this is harsh. I should say the last thing this movie is boring. Like, so I'm not sure what kind of freaking medicine he was on or he or she was on. But yikes. Here's the sad part of all this. It got 1 like. There was 1 person that actually agreed with this particular review. So yeah. All right, what do y'all? All right, let's see here. Derek, I've already listened to Lori's theme, the regular theme, the Shape Stalks, and Myers. Yeah, there you go. Uh-oh, let's see here. I gotta get all the messages. I want to see all the messages on here. Halloween got a score. It still got me chills down my spine. You're damn right. And I respect the hell out of Halloween 1978 because it's the one that like really got the slasher genre really going. Oh, Atanis, no, Atanis, no. Not gonna lie, I also find the original Halloween boring. No, it's not boring. Come on, Atanis, you're better than that. Come on, man. All right, what else we got here? Have a Star by PHWKY. Ooh, this is a recent review too, July the 29th of 2026. The most boring horror movie I have ever seen. Well, you're absolutely wrong on that. But again, that's your opinion. But that is crazy. I have seen way more boring horror movies than freaking Halloween. And Halloween, again, is yet to be boring. All right. Let's see here. M1000 with a half-star review. Fucking terrible. No one in this film knew how to act. The cinematography was shit. Boring as fuck, too. What in the hell is up with this boring crap? like it's not freaking boring. Like I don't know where y'all and the acting. I'm not. Yeah, I would say like freaking PJ Souls and or hi, Paul. Freaking Amy. I just can't remember the actress's name right offhand. But yes, they are over the top for acting, but not like Jamie Lee Curtis, great. Donald Pleasance, great. Nick Castle as the Shape, great. Didn't say a word, but didn't have to say a word. His freaking motion, his pale, blank, emotionless face got the freaking job done. So again, it's crazy how I'm already reading some of these reviews and they keep on saying it's boring. Because I'm just telling you, it's absolutely not. Hey, Ashton, be nice to the original Friday the 13th, please. We don't need that kind of hate in here. Erica, I must say, I've fallen asleep several times trying to rewatch Halloween as an adult. Well, Erica, it's just we're adults. We love our sleep, and a lot of things just put us to sleep. Even the things we love the most put us to sleep. Chester, Amy is my worst character. She is annoying as hell. The scene is off key. Oh, and Wrenchman too. Wrenchmen and women. I don't want to go beyond like I don't want to go a whole lot. So stop me at like 5 minutes. I'm getting ready to end this one. So when I do the next movie, which I'm already going to do the next movie, and these I actually got 2 movies in mind, and they're really going to hurt my feelings. I'll tell you that. So you need to stay tuned. But when I do these next ones from here on out, if somebody could do like a 5 minute timer for me, or just keep it to 5 minutes and just send a message like, Brett, it's been 5 minutes. I definitely want to get to as many movies as possible. So let me finish and just do a couple more right here. Real Philosopher 33. Oh, they're gonna this guy thinks he's a philosopher. Half star, slow and bad, a horrible and repetitive soundtrack. Well, it might be a repetitive soundtrack, but it's a fucking badass repetitive soundtrack. So what the hell are you doing? So nope. Let's see here. Oh, we gotta get some translating done here. Like you can't hide from me. Have a star by Mario Popcorn. I didn't even finish. It scared me too much. Well, fucking A, that's what a horror movie is supposed to do. If it scares you, it's doing its job. So that tells me you're just not ready for the horror genre yet. So give it a couple more years and come right back. Because again, this movie, for its time, its horror genre impact, this movie is incredible. All right, let's see here. All right, so okay, Goose, one more Goose. Half star, uninspired, boring, socially conservative slob. I feel robbed of my time. Well, you can't be that much robbed of your time. It's a standard movie for an hour and a half. If it was a 2 hour movie, I probably would feel you're paying about being robbed of your time for any movie if it's not very good. But this movie's really damn good. So I feel like your time did not get wasted. I feel like just your interpretation of what this movie was trying to achieve was robbed of your time. So all right. So that is Halloween. So we're gonna go ahead and go to another movie here. Let's do the horror movie that means the most to me. So let's go ahead and hurt my feelings big time. Let's go with The Conjuring. This ought to be freaking interesting to see what people guys say. Half star reviews for The Conjuring. Let's see here. Hey, they're my friends. I love my friends. See here. Let's go to more. Atanas, can you please do Bride of Chucky? Yes, I will. I'm going to do this one and one more other one, and then that's when I'm going to tackle your all's suggestions, and Bride of Chucky will be the first one. So let's see here. We got to do everyone's reviews. We got to rate it. There we go. So let's just get all of the nasty. Here we go. So we got one. Let's see here from Andrea, half a star for The Conjuring. Kind of already hurts my fucking feelings, but here we go. Let's hear her out. So here we go. My 100-year-old house is more haunted than this bullshit. Okay, this is already starting to piss me off already. I hate this movie with a passion. Fuck me running. It's so corny and it relies too much on cheap jump scares and tropes. I can't find one thing that I like except Farrah and Patrick and that they played in the room where you sleep for 15 seconds. Just awful. Okay, well, you say one thing you can't find one thing yet. You just mentioned two things you liked about the movie of Vera and Patrick. So not really off to a good start with your particular review on this. But I want to jump on this. Cheap jump scares and tropes. Bullshit, as Dr. Phil says, bullshit. So absolutely. Every jump scare in this movie was freaking absolutely earned. James Wan earned each and every single one of those jump scares in this movie, and I still jump at this movie. There's one scene in particular, is the one where the pictures get knocked off of the wall. That scene, no matter how many times I prepare for that, I always, and I'm telling you, I always get jump scared on that one. And of course, the look what you made me do. That one was a great jump scare as well. So many great earned jump scares in this movie. So it is crazy that you hate this movie with a passion. Well, guess what? I hate your review with a passion. And 43 likes, that's freaking crazy to me. No, Ashton, I don't want to play hide and clap. That game scares the hell out of me. Yeah, exactly, Erica. I don't care what these reviews say either, but again, it's just sometimes you just have to go down this rabbit hole because there's actual people out there that just hate your favorite horror movies of all time. So that's why we're just going down this rabbit hole. Chester, The Conjuring got a great cast. Abso-freaking-lutely it does. Derek, I don't think they mean that kind of clap. I'm thinking they just mean that kind of clap. But dirty mind you. So let's see here. Valerie, Michael Myers never broke the window of Annie's car, so I wonder how he entered Annie's car without trashing it. Well, simple, because I bet you Annie $1,000 left her car unlocked. Because it was the 70s, you left your door unlocked and you leave your car unlocked. Nobody would do such a thing until the 80s happened, and they had changed that complete concept throughout history and time. So that's just how I feel like that worked there, Valerie. All right. Valerie likes Insidious. Insidious would be a good one to look at here too. So all right, let's go to another review. Again, my wrenchman let me know if I went over the 5 minutes, so I could just stop and go over to the next one. And it doesn't have to be spot on, just like when you can. Chris Owens, half a star, October. See, you watched this in October, so I at least gave you praise for watching this in the correct month. Fuck this movie and fuck the franchise of boring, watered down horror films that is spawned. Seriously, this might be both the most overrated film of all time and my least favorite film of all time. Just saying, it's trash. Well, honestly, you and the 38 people that like this review, trash. Because I don't get it. How in the hell is this movie overrated? See, I love it about these reviews too, but they say, oh, this movie is the most overrated film, or I hate this with a passion. Yet they never talk about what they hate about the movie. Do you all always find that like very intriguing that they never really explain what they hate about the movie? Hopefully I see one of these so they can actually I'll even make you all bet. If I read a review and they actually give me a reason why they hate this movie that's actually legitimate, I will like it. And half a star, never buying a house, living on the street. Okay, you know what? That's fucking funny as hell. So I'm gonna give that one a like. That is fucking funny. Sometimes you don't just get to find the funny ones too. Blu-ray Addict, what's going on there, Blu-ray? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you are winning your addiction to the Blu-rays, because I'm certainly not. Not Blu-rays, but 4Ks. So just hopefully everything's going well with you. We're just reading bad reviews for great horror movies. Hey, if you got one, leave it into the chat and I will get to it as soon as possible. And there we go. Oh, son of a bitch. Hold on. Blu-ray, happy freaking birthday, my friend. You deserve a Blu-ray. You deserve all the great things in life. But more than anything, I appreciate all of your love for the community of Good Real Hunting and for everybody within the community. So, Blu-ray Addict, thank you so much, my friend. And happy birthday. Everybody, stop what you're doing. Wish Blu-ray a freaking happy birthday. And hopefully you get all of the Blu-rays that you want, that your heart desires. All right, but we got to see what freaking Peachtree has got to say about this. Half of a star. The good Christian white. Okay, I got to be very careful with it. Okay, we're going to read it. It's already on the screen already. So we're moving on. The good Christian white heterosexual American nuclear family under attack by the unnatural witch woman, who doesn't use her female fertility womanliness to procreate and nurture in God's will. Yeah, no thanks. Also, this ghost hunter couple is so unnerving. I hate looking at them. It's just like their skin is too tight over their bones or something. What in the mucky blue hell is Peachtree going on about? Like, they went completely left field, and yeah, we're just gonna move on from that. See here. Tess, half a star. Just the absolute most boring film ever. Made worse by the fact that it's basically propaganda for the Catholic Church and for the disgusting scam artists, the Warrens, two institutions who prey on and leech off the poor and the scare. Yeah, I'm not sure what you all feel about that. This is actually one of the most real things I've ever read yet. As we're going through this, yeah, I hear a lot of things about how the Warrens are scam artists, but I hear other things too that the Warrens are actually good people. So, like, I guess just take what you make of it. So let me know in the chat. What do you think? Do you think the Warrens are scam artists, or do you think like the Warrens are actual decent people? Derek, yes, make a wish with that one wish willow. Be careful what you wish for, Derek J. Be careful what you wish for. All right, what else we got here? Okay, 5 minutes. So, hey, we never leave a translate, not translated. So we're gonna read this one, and we're gonna go with another movie. So see here. Sing my love, so we'll just call you lovely so what do you guys say behind that translation from French? There's no need to be so completely exhausted. I found the film ridiculous, very funny. That's an interesting perspective of this film. Poorly filmed, ugly, predictable, and pointless. Well, I'm not sure how you could consider this an ugly film, because they had the intent to make you feel like you're trapped in the 70s with the camera quality. So I don't understand that one. And I'll just tell you that this movie is not pointless, because without this movie, I wouldn't be doing the YouTube channel, and I would not be interacting with each and every single one of you that's been supporting Good Real Hunting and the people that I met along the way of this YouTube journey. This literally, The Conjuring, has changed my life forever and changed it in the most magical, awesome way ever. All right, 5 minutes. So let's go to another movie. And before that, I see Courtney Reed in the chat. What's going on there, Courtney Reed? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. And guys, we got exactly 1 hour left. So 9 super chats in order for me to go an extra hour. So if you want that extra hour, so we go 3 hours instead of 2, 9 super chats of any kind. All right, so I'm going to do one more movie of mine, and then we're going to go with Atanas' Bride of Chucky and any other one I see into the chat. So we're gonna go with your next because this movie definitely changed a lot for me in the horror genre as well. Because I was getting frustrated at the time of me watching horror movies that I really hated the final girl trope of they just get freaking lucky or they're just are not as good. Until I met this girl named Erin, who is the most badass best final girl of all time. All right, but we gotta read everyone's reviews. Half a star. This ought to be fucking good. Let's see here. Brett might get heated during this one. Yeah, especially if they talk shit about my girl Erin. Then yeah, this means war. Erica, dollar super chat just because she is freaking awesome. So let's play a quick super chat real quick. All right. So thank you so much there, Erica. So 2 down, 8 to go. So join on the Erica train of the super chats. All right. You're next. Let's get to Ner. Ner, half a star. Stop shaking the fucking camera. Well, the reason they shake the camera a lot in this movie is the simple fact that they just want you to feel like you're within that world and you're just witnessing what's going on. It's like you're part of the family and you just got lucky you got Aaron on your side protecting you. So no, keep shaking the camera. All right, let's we never leave translates untranslated. So let's translate that. That was a Turkish review. So let's read this. I couldn't tell if we were watching a horror movie or Rambo 4. Hey, there's no fucking wrong with Rambo 4. So don't you fucking disrespect Rambo 4 like that. Even though I always hear that reference all the time with Aaron being the female version of Rainbow. And what the hell's so wrong with that? The woman single-handedly walked through a swarm of masked psychopathic killers like SAT commandos infiltrating Mount Condil. I won't even mention the absurdity of the film's main premise. Well, I find nothing wrong with the premise because sometimes simple's better. I heard that from some old man. I think his name was Judge. Sometimes dead is better, and sometimes a simple premise is better. So you know what? Let's just put you back into that Turkish language because I do not like that take whatsoever. Silky Movies, half a star. Adam Wingard, good movie challenge gone wrong. Well, that review went wrong because you didn't tell me one thing you hated about the movie. So next. We already got our one translate, so we're good. Aves Harvey, half a star. Don't tease me, silly. Well, I don't try to tease anybody, but like, so that did making a lot of sense. So moving on. Okay, here we go. Here's our first little lengthy review. So let's give this person a try. Leva, half a star. This review may contain spoilers. Well, if they're going to contain spoilers, you would have put up the whole spoiler block thing. So learn to use Letterboxd, please. But everybody's seen the movie, so I feel like we are great just to move on here. The thought, why not watch some bullshit popped into my head, and oh my god, how did I get into trouble when I clicked on this movie? Killed the whole family because of an inheritance. Seriously? And what kind of stupid excuse is this in the form of a stranger witness? Did they seriously think that? What the fuck? Well, just to stop right there, inheritance, good motivation to kill off a family, especially a wealthy family. Secondly, did they think like a stranger witness? Yeah, because that you need a stranger witness to verify that this was just a completely random attack, and so that the inheritance will go through. Like, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Why these animal masks on their faces? Like, for the sake of maintaining the atmosphere, it seems logical, but why the hell remove the mystery from these people in the middle of the movie? How my ass is burning right now. Who knows? Well, if your ass is burning, I'm pretty sure you need to go to a doctor immediately because that does not sound very good. But I do agree with one thing. Why this is actually something I never really thought about before. Why did the animal mask people remove their masks? Because I definitely love that intrigue as well. So I made a rule. I will like it if they have an actual decent point, and that is an actual decent point. I know me giving your next a 5 star, and I'm liking a .05 review. I know I'm probably going to fuck this person's mind as well. So to finish off, I have no words to comment on why my eyes have literally just seen. No, well, you still have to try to remove such slag. Well, that last sentence was slag, so I'm going to move on from that. But it's my vow, my promise. If you make a good point, I'm going to like your review. And that's a good point of why indeed they did remove the mask. Can you do the Christine review right after I do Bride of Chucky? I would be happy to do that. Half a star, Rora. This made me want to blow my brains out. Well, I don't want you to do that. There's way more better things in life that you could do than that. And I promise you, this movie does no such thing. Yuria, half star. The Strangers meets Hotline Miami meets Knives Out. Honestly, they got a good point. Like, half a star. Okay, this is weird. Half a star. Absolute cinema. I am pretty sure you've been meaning to hit that 5 star button because absolutely that this movie is freaking cinema. So I agree with you, but I'm not gonna like it because you gave it a half star and I feel like you're just fucking around. Medea, half star. The acting was so bad and I couldn't even finish it. Well, I didn't think the acting was bad at all. So moving on. We already did our one translate review. All right, this will be the last one reread here. So, Cherry Bella, half a star. NLG, I'm shocked. Sometimes I hate when they speak in acronyms like that because sometimes dumbass me doesn't know what that acronym is. So what's NJL? I know I'm embarrassing the hell out of myself right now. I'm that old guy. So you young people, let me know, what does NGL mean? I'm shocked at how bad this movie was. I had high expectations as I've seen people hyping it up for years and know it was incredibly boring, very messy, extremely disappointing. Well, this review was freaking disappointing because it is absolutely not boring at all and it was definitely not messy at all. So nope, we're good there. Cole, what's going on there, Cole? How are you doing? Cole, shut the hell up. You're old. You're the same age as I am, so don't lie. Don't lie. Oh, Blu-ray, not gonna lie. Speaking of don't lie, not gonna lie, that's what that means. Well, you are lying. I don't agree with that review. So that wasn't as bad as I thought that was going to be. So that didn't hurt my feelings too much, and we actually got to lie 2 reviews out of that. So, Atonis, if you're still here, we're gonna do Bride of Chucky next. This ought to be good because I will definitely am suspecting some solid points of Bride of Chucky receiving a half a star. I don't personally think that. As you see right there, I gave it a 4 out of 5. I definitely have a great time with this movie. It is definitely top 2 of the Chucky franchise for me. And this one and Child's Play 2 go back and forth on first place. It just depends on what I'm in the mood for. Hey, Chris Snyder. There we go. Let's see here. Oh, I was going to say, who? I thought I knew that guy. If y'all know Haunted Hippie, sometimes I like her reviews. Rude fucking doll. Me and the hot girl, I pulled by killing her. Oh man, Haunted Hippie. Which I'm not. I'll give this a little spoiler away because it was recommended a lot for the Real Horror Awards for next year. I do have the intent to message Haunted Hippie to see if they want to be a presenter at the Real Horror Awards. Since next year is the 5th year anniversary of the Real Horror Awards, so I gotta get some. I gotta get some of the big gun presenters to present for next year. All right, let's see here. We're going to everyone's reviews. half a star. All right, Atanis, you're gonna have to promise me that you're gonna be you gotta be well behaved, and remember, this is all just for fun. Too long of a review. I'm not gonna do any terribly long reviews. There we go. King Falalance, half a star. People like this. Okay, sorry, I'm not into short guys. 5%. Hey, at least you admit that you're not into freaking dolls. So good for you. Katherine Heigl in her horror era. Yep, and for a Grey's Anatomy era too. All right, this one's not too bad. It plus B. Hey, my name's Brett. B. We gotta represent the B's in here. Half a star. Basically, the parody version of the last three. Making Chucky the main character isn't fun, and he loses all of his creepiness that's been built up in the franchise. Some of the kills are okay, but the movie in general just feels overly 90s. It came out in 98. Of course, it's going to be feeling like it's the 90s. What the hell? And not in a good way. Overall, incredibly cheesy. The stupid quips and vulgar remarks never end. And they have a way too long scene of the dolls having sex. Almost feels like this Chucky isn't the same one from the others. Should have ended with the third. I'm not sure about it should have ended with the third, but I can understand the feeling of this. But I will say, though, this is the fourth movie of the franchise. You're at the point now where you have to do something different. And this movie accomplishes that. It did everything absolutely different. We got another horror icon in Tiffany, and that Tiffany doll. Hell yeah. And of course, my God, why does this happen always on live streams where you forget the people's names? Oh my gosh, what's her name? It's something Jennifer. I think it's something Jennifer. Somebody help me out in the chat. All right, we're moving on. Let's see here. Half a star, Karen. Oh, this ought to be good. A Karen review. Thankfully, we got one. The whole Chucky saga still creeps me out. Well, that's the whole point of the Child's Play franchise, is that even something so sincere as a doll can still be freaking terrifying. So it did its job. No, Cole, it is not Jennifer Love Hewitt. No, it's not. Jennifer Tilly is indeed the right answer. So thank you so much. I knew somebody will know. Half a star, doll sex. Should I like it? Should I give a like for doll sex? I'm all rubber. Fuck yeah, we're gonna give that a like. All right, we never leave a translate, and this should be a pretty easy one to translate. This is Italian. It sucks. Well, we're gonna hide that because that whole take sucks. So let's see here. What else we got here? Cannot pronounce the hell out of that, but we're gonna read it anyway. Half a star. Can't get behind this. If I want horror cheese, I go to Elm Street or Evil Dead. I do love Jennifer Tilly though, somewhat unwatchable. Well, at least they say they love Jennifer Tilly, and we love Jennifer Tilly in the horror community, so we'll give that a like. I just threw out the first Jennifer I thought of. Cole, at least you're honest, my friend. Slipknot, you're false. You're not Slipknot. Slipknot, I'm pretty sure can sing. Let's see here. Half a star. It's a big old flaming pile of shit. No, it's not. Moving on. Hunter, half a star. They're dolls. How do they have sex? How can they make a kid? It makes no sense. I'm honestly going to give you that one because most of the freaking dolls never really have what we call a male reproductive organ. So honestly, you got a good point. Really doesn't make any sense, but you know what? It's a horror movie. A lot of horror movies don't make a lot of sense. Let's see here. All right, we'll read this last review. Whoa, what the hell? All just for a Portuguese translation here. let's see here. Half a star. I love his freaking profile picture right there from freaking Lion. I was about to say Lion King. My God, that was wrong. Tiger King, that is. Lion Lucas, half star. I wanted my lost hours back. But anyway, Chucky's machismo strikes again. Well, you know, mm, we're just gonna put it back to there, so because I really honestly don't know what to say on that particular take. Blu-ray addict. The longer they stay in the doll, the more human they become. That is actually really fucking true. So I'm gonna take back that like because Blu-ray that you the man. I wasn't very confident in liking that particular review. Jennifer Tilly is such a sweetheart. She had a great performance in Bride of Chucky. Yeah, she did. I feel like she completely did a 120 on her career. And so great for Jennifer Tilly. One I'm pretty sure it's 160, so I'm a dipshit, so forgive me on that. Let's see here. This was my favorite Chucky growing up, honestly. Bride of Chucky, and I can easily see why. It's just a lot. It's just some slasher good fun. And Valerie, doll sex? Hell yeah. I'm all rubber. So, all right, Chester, we're gonna do yours, and then we'll take a little break from reading some reviews and get to the other two activities that I have in mind that I've always wanted to do on the channel and just never found the right time until tonight. So let's do with some Christine talk here. Let's see here. John Carpenter's Christine, 1983. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 because I think this film is absolutely phenomenal. And the practical effects of the car, especially just rebuilding itself, gotta love it. And before I continue, because I know somebody's going to fucking do it in the chat, do not bring up Halloween Ends. You are forbidden to bring up Halloween Ends in this particular discussion. Let's see here. Hey, it's our boy Gavin. What's going on there, Gavin? Gavin and like you can't polish a turd. 4 stars. Love it. And Gavin does such a great job with his reviews too. And he's a very hard critic, but sometimes we need those hard critics out there. So be sure to follow. Here, I'll let you look at it again. Mud Nelson, go follow him on Letterboxd if you have not already. Ashton, your band. You already mentioned Halloween Ends. I depended on you, and this is the bullshit you bring to my table. Alrighty, let's see here. Drew Toothpaste, half a star. So Chester, get ready. Hopefully this ain't going to be too much of a bumpy ride, because Christine is a very, very bumpy ride. So half star. Don't like movies about high school. That's already a bold take already. I know which subgenre he doesn't like. Make the car give powers to a 43-year-old, and it's a lot cooler. What the hell is a 43-year-old going to do with a magical car? And plus, we all know Christine loves the young types anyway. Who would I run over in the new car, or whoever gets to drive it? But they should be 43 years old. I'm not sure what your fascination with 43 years old is. I'm going to guess from the profile picture, you're potentially 43. So, because this definitely seems like something that a 43-year-old would write, unfortunately. So, moving on. Don't Luke screen names about toothpaste. I guess they're just trying to, I guess they got a self-employed business and they're trying to promote their own toothpaste. I don't fucking know. Gotta stay hydrated. Have a star, Callium. Christine, you are not the Optimus Prime you think you are. Damn! Man, we're dropping a freaking Optimus Prime freaking reference into this. Bravo. Bravo. I love the comedy ones. So always give me the comedy ones. Have a star, Saucy Hobo. I should just give you a like for the name, but let's not overjudge this one already. Have a star. Fuck you, Stephen King. Which, first off, you didn't even fucking spell Stephen right. It's Stephen, you idiot. You didn't even write most of your books. Cocaine and alcohol did. And guess what? Co- Cocaine and alcohol are really good superpowers. So fuck you and your hate for cocaine and alcohol. Even though I do not promote it here on Good Real Hunting, we do not promote cocaine or alcohol or the overuse of alcohol. So do not do cocaine and do not alcohol. But keep writing books. But more importantly, please spell Stephen right, please. Hey, we found fucking Trevor. Trevor, half a star. This is Trevor from Scream 4, that is. Even though they got a Kermit, they're just not wanting to show them face. And I don't blame him. You get shot in the dick. Like, I don't blame you, brother. Half a star, Trevor. Ever wanted to bone your car over a really attractive woman? Yeah, me neither. What the fuck? Well, don't tell this guy about freaking Titan. Don't tell him about Titan because, yeah, they will see all about the car sex and they could possibly get out of that one. But, you know, if it's a sexy car like my Black Beauty car, my Nissan Altima, Black Beauty, that car is a very attractive car. So I can understand sometimes wanting to bone your car over an attractive woman. So to my surprise, man, and plus Trevor got shot in the dick in Scream 4, so we gotta give him a like. He's already having a rough time as it is. Have a star, Mars. Laugh my fucking ass off. What is this? It's magic. That's all I gotta tell you. Have a star, Cameron Brown. When Cars 2 isn't the worst film about cars. Fucking bravo. I love it. Get that star. Damn, what a way to hate on Cars 2. Even though Cars 2 was terrible. Matt Facci, you fiery SOB. How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Brett, the Sex Man Stewart, what's up, brother? Man, I'm just rating half a stars on these movies that are freaking fantastic, man. That's what I'm doing, even though we're about to get our theater ethics on here in a minute. So let's see here. Nothing else in the chat. So we're going to keep moving on here. Let's see here. Have a star, Jessica. I thought this was a horror movie, not a really boring high school drama. Again, it's not boring, and there wasn't that. I guess there was some drama, but it's not boring, so I'm not giving you a like. Screw that. Half a star, Jamestown 832. Even the Scrapple reference couldn't save this shit. Well, I can't remember the Scrapple reference, but if I have to rearrange your dealio right there, God, excuse me. I'm going to rearrange that one and get my Scrapple. I'm going to put my pieces here. What word I spell? Your review? Shit. Or in your case, shite. Aaron Click, what's going on, Aaron Click? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Have a star, Def Laney. I should have just rewatched Herbie Fully Loaded. This wasn't scary, wasn't sexy, wasn't interesting, or intense, or thrilling, or worth my time. Well, I'll tell you this. Christine is a sexy car, because you are wrong on that. And that is all I got on that one. So we're going to take a little break. So let me know, what did you think about all the movies we read the Letterboxd 0.5 out of 5 reviews? Do you agree with some of those takes? Do you actually agree with those reviews? Or what playful hatred you have with those particular reviews? Let us know in the comment section down below. Or let me know, since I'm the only one here. You talking to me? Let me know in the comment section. So with that in mind, so what do we want to tackle next here? You know what? Since I'm already this small, let's do a little game that I brought here. Let's do seating charts. Because one of the things that I just could not I've just been an expert about going to the movies for so many years. It's just having the wisdom of what is the appropriate seat, and to have theater ethics, and just to be kind to other people and just and choose the correct seat. So let me get this loaded here. I got a couple of scenarios we can go over. We'll go about let's say a good somewhere 20-25 minutes with this, so we can get to the third activity as well. So let me know real quick. Is this big enough for you to read? If I need to make this bigger, I will try my best to make it bigger. Just let me know. Let me get the banner so you can see here. Where are my freaking comments? All right, there we go. There are my comments. I'm back. Let's see here. For forbidden fruits, bad reviews. Well, Cole, here's the deal, Cole. When if we ever do that again, we'll do the reviews for actual bad horror movies that deserve 0.0 or 0.5 reviews. So the next time we do such a big thing for Fright Bites Live, that's what we'll freaking do. Or we might just do it with Brad and Chris if that got enough popular traction and you all really enjoy it. Keelan, my brother from Chills and Thrills. What's going on there, Keelan? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Hopefully you're ready to start our daily game with Ready or Not on Monday, August the 3rd at 8:30 Eastern Time. That is going to be such a fun watch party. Let's see here. What else? Of course you're playing Black Ops. Keelan, what else do you play? But Keelan, you the man. I love Black Ops 2. Let's see here. These reviews of Christine sucks. Just a bunch of haters. What do we have over here? A cup of haters? If you're a wrestling fan, you get the reference. All right. So we're gonna play a little game of. Are there other games? Keelan. 2 words, bitch. Kingdom Hearts. There you go. All right. So, sitting charm, where are you sitting? Before I give you all the first scenario here, I'm just curious about you all. What is your seat? Because I'll tell you mine. Anywhere from, all right, let's see here. I got to do some math real quick. I got to do my math calculations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. There's 10 seats. Cole, that's 1 word. Let's see. There's 10 seats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to let you all know 7 real quick. If you know me personally, and if not, you get to know something about me right now. Especially when it comes to seating in the theater, I always sit in the middle outside seats. Normally, according to this chart, that would be E16 is my sweet spot personally. I love E16. That's where I love to have it. So I thought for a second the letters were off, but they're not. So E16 is typically where I like to sit. If not, I'll definitely go E1. I'm just an edge seat person, so give me around the middle. So I will say between D, E, F, and G, I would do 1 and 16. Those are my sweet spots in the edge seats. And the reason I do that is one, if anything of an emergency, I could easily be one of the first people to leave very, very quickly. And also, too, it's just I don't like the middle seat because if I do have to get up, I don't want to be the inconvenient person just to go a bunch in front of people and just ruin their view just for a split second. But before I give you all the first scenario here, I want to hear from you all. What are your seats right here? Keelan is a DF69. Let's see here. D and F 6-9. Oh, okay. So Keelan, you're a middle person. So hey, I respect the middle game, especially with the F9, that is definitely the 6 through 9. Okay, hey, that's still good too, because that's somewhere in the middle. And according to the science and everything, it's the very middle of the theater is where you're going to get your most balanced sound. And I've tried it before because I wanted to see if it was true. It is 110% true. Derek is F8. Yep, a middle person. I'm going to assume we're going to get a lot of middle people on this. Again, respect to the middle people. F4, Ashton, I thought you were going to be a smartass and said F5 for Brock Lesnar, but I appreciate no WWE pun. F4, okay. So a little bit so kind of like 50-50 between outer and middle. I respect. That's a pretty good seating view right there. Erica is F1. So you're kind of like me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're a little bit like maybe one more extra row up than I typically like. But I could easily do F1, so I am right there with you. Yeah, exactly. Especially if you're going to do like the Odyssey or Doomsday, which are going to be like 3-hour movies, you definitely need that outside seat. Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to say. Or E1 for Erica. There you go. See, that's the spirit, Erica. F7. How about lucky 7? Well, that is a lucky number, definitely for sure. And that looks like a pretty good seat. So I think you got good taste right there. A1 or A16 wouldn't be bad. Well, and if y'all can see me in the tiny screen, this is how A1 would feel like. And this is how A16 would feel like. Talk about freaking needing to go to a chiropractor to break your neck for days. Melody, see here. F or G 1 through 5. All right, so again, you're like edge to middle edge and middle on that one. So I like that. That looks like a really good seating decision right there. It's not really a game. It's just me getting to know you all, but like we're getting ready to get in some scenarios. So I guess that's the game. It's just if there's a particular scenario, if you go on Regal or AMC and you're trying to choose your assigned seat, but people filled it up, where you're going to sit. And I'm getting ready to bring up the first one here shortly. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta go right here. All right. So the first one we're going to do. Green means that the seat is available. Red means that the seat is taken. So I want you to keep that in mind because I noticed some people having a little bit of what we call color confusion. So I wanted to bring that up. Green means that the seat is available. Red means that it is taken. You cannot sit there. And I know you will never see this, but never say never. And what if this was a possibility if you go on your Regal or AMC app? How would you even consider sitting here? And real quick, before I give my answer here, while I see some of your all's answers, green means go, red means no. Exactly, Erica. Denise, what's going on there, Denise? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Hashtag Stu not dead. Well, guess what? Hashtag Stu Mocker is dead. So, Denise, hopefully all is going well with you. What kind of zombies do you enjoy? Oh, I bet you're talking to Keelan. But for me, I like fast zombies. Definitely way more scary. All right. So here's going to be my take on this. Well, first off, I'm not going to be very fucking happy about this particular seating arrangement um because I love my edge outer seat and I love to be in the middle. So I'm already screwed right here. But if this is Avengers Doomsday, this is what I'm going to pretty much put in my mind. All this is going to be Avengers Doomsday mind related. This is the movie I'm trying to go see and whatever tickets they have available. Like that's my mindset right there. So with this particular seating chart in mind, if it were me personally, I will go either I-1 or I-16 because I'm going to be damned if I got to watch Doomsday with my head up like that. I am not using my head like this for 3 hours. If, eh, eh, I just don't get front row people. I really don't. So I know I had one person earlier, if I was a front row person, please tell me one, is your Nate okay? And number two, why do you love to be that much right there? So I'm just very curious because I never truly got it. I only watched two movies in my entire life in that A section, both of them in the middle, and it was an absolute miserable experience. Even though one of them was Star Wars The Force Awakens, and me and my buddies last minute went to go see that movie, so we got what we got, but it was a fun time. And the first time I've ever did it was the Chris Pine Star Trek movie, and that was absolutely a miserable time with my head. Good movie, but my head doing this, ouch. All right, so what some of you all got to say about this? I saw one. Cole is a back row center. So according to your standards here, you like to be 8 or 9 and I I can understand that, Cole, but you just gotta think about this, Cole. Do you like your leg room? Because if you like your leg room, I would suggest to you personally to do J 8 and 9. So that way you have all the leg room in the world and you can actually use that chair as a leg rest as well. I too, if Brett is taking I-1. Well, Erica, join right with me. So actually, better yet, let's go to J. So I'm going to change my answer real quick. I am going to be J1 or J16. That's what I'm going to do. So you need to join me in J, Erica, if you want to watch a movie with me. And when Brett acts up in the theater, I could send Ashton down there with the belt. Well, that is a long drive for Ashton, so I'm not sure if he wants to make that trip. I always sit on the end seat because I get drinks and have to piss often, so I sit on the ends to not bother people. Gavin thinks exactly like I do. So, Gavin, there are people like us out there. Perfect answer, my friend. Uh, I have a confession. When I go to the movies, I buy J16, J15, I-16, and I-15 so nobody sits next to me. Dude, you buy 4 tickets just to do that? Modern problems call for modern solutions, and that's the most ballin' ass answer I have ever seen. Like, I thought buying a whole theater was fucking smart, even though I don't think it's smart at all because you're wasting a lot of fucking money. But that is the second best option. So, Courtney Reed, fucking respect to you, my friend. BrettMan making me follow him all over this theater. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do if you want to sit right beside me. Stewie, what's going on there, Stewie? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Appreciate you being here, hanging out with us. Cole, what was your legroom question? Legroom doesn't matter. I'll just bump the chair in front of me over and over with me knees. Well, Cole, that's being an inconsiderate fuck. No, Cole's my buddy from high school, so if anybody gets to talk to him like that, I'm sure I got that privilege with him. But Cole, that's very inconsiderate of you. Don't be the nuisance people. Don't be the movie theater Karen. Don't do it. I've had my fair share of theater Karens, and they are very miserable people. Let's see here. But I also pour an entire pint of rum into my Coke and drink it in the theater. That's my little rule breaker move. And you know what? That's a very respectable rule breaker move, especially if the movie sucks ass. So I agree with. So good for you. Like, I have no objections to that. I'm good just eating Little Caesars. Little Caesars, really good choice, my friend. Like, if you just want cheap and delicious pizza, that's the place to go. All right, so that'll be enough of that one. I gotta move the pace a little bit, so I'll maybe do two more, and I'll save those other two for like one in the future where we could just go back at this because I want to get to a couple movie scenarios as well. So let's go to the next one because I do not think we're going to get the super chat goal, even though Erica is doing her damnedest to get that super chat goal. So we got to show love and respect for her on that. This is her third super chat here tonight, $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Come on, guys, let's hit the goal. So 3 down, 7 more to go. And let me get another super chat video for you, Erica, because you're just the sweetest person ever.
Hey! Hey, check this out! I found the ass end!
There we go, Erica. Thank you so much. All right, let's see here. Where were we? Oh, yeah, here we go. This is the Edgemeister seat. So if I have to be in pain and not getting what I want out of my theater experience, I need to take away the middle people's option of a middle seat. So congratulations, you middle motherfuckers. You got to be an edge seat now. So what edge seat are you going to be? So you already know my answer. It's going to be right in the complete middle, right here. That's the sweet spot for me. E16, and if I can't, I will easily go E1 because in my particular theater, the entrance is on the right, so I always get the right outside seat. Or if I could know in advance it's going to be like the entrance is going to be coming from the left, then I'll go the left side of it as well. Again, it all just depends where my nearest exit is. Just because that's just me. I'm always preparing for a bad situation. Oh, damn right, Gavin. We are all edging here. So I'm just curious what you all want to do here for you middle seat people. Ashton's going to go F1. So, yep, I respect that. F1's a good choice. Derek J, J2. Ooh, okay. See, Derek, here's my thing with you, buddy. I respect J2 because I can understand where you're going with that, but I would suggest for you to do J1 so that way right over here you don't have to worry about a single individual. You don't have to worry about J3 being a nuisance. Or you know what? They can be an actual really good moviegoer and you just have some good luck on that. So if I were you, I'd do J1 personally. $2 super chat, Cole. Cole, you the best, man. Thank you so much. $2. I'll join in on the fun times. So 4 down, 6 to go. 6 to go. Let me get another super chat.
It looks like we go. It smells like we go.
It smells like me gold. Gary, what's going on there, Gary? How are you doing? Hopefully all's going well with you. Hey, guys, stopped in for a quick hello. Got to get back to work, but Brett enjoys SummerSlam this weekend. And Gary, if you got nothing to do and want to hang out with a bunch of wrestling fans over at the Goodwill Hunting Discord group, we will show SummerSlam for free if you want to come hang out with us. But Gary, hopefully all is going well. Appreciate you just stopping by. And also, we got the Fantastic Oracle. What's going on there, Fantastic? How are you doing? Hopefully, all is going well with you. Keep being fantastic, and even be more fantastic. Blu-ray Addict's birthday's today, so be sure to wish him a fantastic birthday. All right, I'm done using the word fantastic. Now I'm done using fantastic. I'm done. Let's see here. A16. Chester, you are a monster, and hopefully your neck pain goes away really, really quick. Stewie, A8. Well, Stewie, you cannot have A8 because somebody has already taken seat A8. So what do you got to do now? I took away your ability to be a middle seater. I took away that ability. This edge motherfucker right here is just making a nightmare for you right now. So where are you going to go sit now? All right, what else we got here? Also, if you pick shittier seats, you won't be around those annoying teenagers who want to sit in the back and middle just to fuck around and be the cool kids in the back. Gavin, you are just speaking my fucking language, man. That's why I kind of avoid the back pretty much. But I'd rather deal with that than just to do my head like this. Or actually, like that's the only thing. Like if the kids really bother me more than the freaking neck pain, I would choose that front row center over the back. But yeah, the cool kids, the actually cool kids definitely do like to sit in the back and be fucking miserable people and ruin everybody's good time. Stewie, boot them. Fuck their couch. A1. Well, Stewie, again, hopefully your neck recovers very, very nicely, my friend. All right, let's see here. Ooh, Fantastic Oracle's got a freaking horror convention this weekend. Hopefully, you have a wonderful time at that convention. And remember, carry cash and carry a backpack so you can carry all your horror goods from those horror merchandise stands. So that's my advice, lovely advice to you on that one. All right, let's go to one more scenario or the sitting chart, and then we'll get into some particular scenarios. So let's see here. Let's do. Good luck with this one. I'm going to have to throw you all a swerve ball on this one. So this is to be like, best of luck. Do what your heart contends. So see, I even got to do some studying on this one because I had an answer, but I just want to double verify my answer. Okay, I got my answer. And first off, before I say my answer, we got Austin, SBC Unleashed. What's going on there, Austin? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Appreciate you being here. BrettMan, saw Spider-Man today. Dude, Tom Holland solidified himself as the best Spider-Man. Ooh, what a freaking big, bold statement that is. And guess what? I got respect for Tom Holland Spider-Man, but I'm a personal Andrew Garfield guy for me, but I love that take. And Tom Holland was amazing in Spider-Man. Damn, these fucking puns. I'm not trying to do them. I promise. Stewie, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. So guess what? We are officially at the halfway point. It is 9:31. So we got 14 minutes to get 5 more super chats of any kind to go 1 more extra hour. But Stewie, $2 super chat. Halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. And also living not for my seating. And guess what, Stewie? And guess what, everybody? This super chat goal within the next 13 minutes, I believe in you more than I believe in Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry, say his name and he always appears. $2 super chat. Thank you, Stewie. Erica with another dollar super chat. Erica, you're just the sweetest human being that I know. And I know everybody here is the sweetest human being that I know. But Erica's just being extra sweet here tonight. So let me get another super chat video for you.
Money, Steve.
Billy,
I need more money.
we don't have any
I
more
can't
money,
compete
Billy.
against a $120 million payroll with $38 million.
But we're not going to compete.
So thank you so much there, Erica. That song is a banger. Do you know what's also a banger? I believe that you are cussed. I believe that you are cussed. I believe that you are cussed. Trust me, that's the worst Raw segment of all time. However, that song is so fucking catchy. All right, but let me get your all answers here. Let's get back to the business at hand so we can defeat the Huns. So let's see here. I saw Erica's answer earlier. You are F16. And Erica, you win the ultimate prize of all because guess what? I am also F16. And here is why and I'm going to guess I'm speaking for you as well. Here's why I'm F16 on this. One, most importantly, I'm an edge side seater, so this is already a benefit to me. So my next challenge is, where can I be where I don't have to deal with the most people around me? So it's like I told Cole earlier. Sometimes you just like to get an empty seat in front of you so you can use that as like a leg rest. Even though in this particular scenario, I can't use it very well for a leg rest for the fact that there's somebody in E15 and I don't want to be a nuisance to E15. But I still like to have nobody in front of me. So just in case if I do bump into that chair, I'm not bothering anybody. And then the other great benefit to this as well, nobody is in F15, so I can easily set my popcorn right there before that motherfucker at F14 sets their popcorn in that empty seat as well. So it's just like that's the best scenario. Yes, I will have somebody behind me, but I would rather have somebody behind me than somebody in front of me. So that's why F16 is the winning seat. That's what I personally will go. So Erica, high five. Here, let me remove that real quick. So Erica, you high five. There you go. Hopefully I didn't hurt your hand too bad. Stewie is A7. God, you are a monster for picking that front row. Seriously, give me a reason why you like to sit in that front row and just torture your neck like that. Donate some human money to this man. I do need that human money, but mainly so I can get back to you all, because you all have been the best, and I love each and every single one of you that's just freewheeling to provide money. Because again, it does not go to my pocket. It doesn't go to Brad's pocket. It does not go to Chris's pocket. Thank the Lord for that. He can tell you thank you for that. But I'll tell you this, it goes into a good real fund so we can do Patreon giveaways, so that cost can be taken care of. It helps pay some of our good real bills, and more importantly of all, when it's time to do a skit, that is where most of the money goes to, is to create the best skit possible. So you all make the whole situation work, and you all are so greatly appreciated, especially to our Patreon and YouTube members. You all are the official backbone of this channel. Stewie, F13. Where is F13 at? So 13 F. Ooh, see, you're surrounded by a good amount of people, even though your benefit is you got nobody behind you, so you don't have to worry about anybody potentially kicking your seat. But I just don't like the scenario where you're just beside two people and just having somebody in front of you as well. And what me and my buddy do as well, me and my buddy, we kind of do this scenario right here where it is F12 and F14. Like, this is just an example. We do, of course, in the outer seat. But just to take an example right here, F14 and F12, this is how me and my buddy sit. We got that complete middle open. So if we want to set our popcorn and stuff like that, we got the free space to do it. But Stewie, so you're telling me you're going to ruin that for me? Dadgum you. If you want to sit on my lap, you absolutely can, but I'm not going to just force you to. Go G5. Where is G5 at? Ooh, see, that's another thing where you're just in that same scenario as Stewie. You just got a whole bunch of people around you, even though you got nobody behind you, so you don't have to worry about anybody just, putting your seat and all that. Ooh, F13. Oh yeah, that's like again for Stewie right there as well. So all right, so those are just like two scenarios there. So we'll tackle more scenarios in the future. I do want to finish off. I actually realized I got a little more time, because I do remember I start these at 8:15 now, so I definitely got a lot more time than I actually know. So we'll do one more scenario like that, or we'll do one more seating chart, and then we'll do the scenarios. All right. So this is pretty much just it's still a little bit. This is what I'd like to call it your typical let's go to the theater last moment where you know there's not a lot of people going to be going to that particular movie. And this one, I was going to say I need to give me that F-16, but look at that douchebag right there already taking my F-16 like that. And I actually remember why I have done this scenario, just so I punish myself so I don't get that obvious F-16. All right, here's what I would personally do for me. I would go H-16. So I got the leg room right there. See, I got the leg room right there. I got the empty space right there where I can put my popcorn and stuff right there. So I don't have to just put it on the ground. And I got nobody around me as well. So I would say for this scenario, H-16 would be the best place to sit. And while I get some more answers in, Erica, you're just doing your damnedest. I appreciate you absolutely so much. And let's do another super chat for $1. Which I gotta organize this real quick. Here we go. Hell yeah, we gotta freaking knock out that super chat goal like Jason knocked out Julius's head right there. Let's see here. All right, guys, we got officially 8 minutes left to get 3 more super chats. So 8 minutes left to get 3 more super chats. All right, let's see here. All right, to get some of your answers, of course, Chester going with A2 front row. Okay, so Chester, here's my thing. Right here, you got a couple right there. So it's kind of like right there, you're being the third wheel right there. Unless if those are people you know, then like that's totally okay. So I thought you at least go A1 in that scenario, in that line of thinking. G1. Now, Ashton, why G1? Why right here? Because you got somebody sitting right there. So it's just like you're kind of ruining their strategy of being right there. So just let me know. Why G1? Stewie A8. You're a monster. Like I'm sure Stewie, this is how your head, like if I meet you for the first time, is this how I'm gonna meet you? Oh man, but Stewie, you crack me up, man. But seriously, of all fun, this is all fun. That's all it is. So if you love your front row, I respect your love for the front row. E1 or F1? I would go E1 if I were you, Erica. And I've considered E1 as well. So you and I kind of think alike in that aspect. So E1. Oh, we got some more super chats here. We got Brooke with $1 super chat going G8 for me. Let's see here. Where's G8 for you? Erica, or excuse me, Brooke. I'm so sorry, Brooke. G8 is a amazing place. I actually really love that choice, especially if you're a middle person. That is a really golden sweet spot right there. So we gotta get you a super chat for that one.
Hey, check this out. I found the ass in.
We definitely found the ass in indeed. See here, Simbacho Cole, another $2 super chat. Thank you so much. I buy that for $2. Well, guess what? I could buy that super chat for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
I love that super chat so much. Cole, thank you so much for that. And there it is. Keep it going. We officially did it. $2 super chat from Brooke. So, Brooke, so good. We got to find the ass in twice.
Hey, check this out. I found the ass in.
Thank you so much. And we officially did it. We accomplished the super chat goal. Give yourself a round of applause. Oh, wait a minute. I was like, where's my musical stuff? I should have an applause button. There we go. Let's give you all a rounding applause. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much that I legitimately want to each and every single one of you. Nah, just kidding. I don't play that way. Anyway, so let me go here. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. New super chat goal, another hour. I don't think I can do another super chat goal, and I got a doctor's appointment in the morning at 9:30, so I kind of cannot do that. But I love the optimism though. Let's see here. No, it will not let me do another super chat goal. So that's the only one we're getting. So that's officially meaning if I start to stream at 8:15, I will log out of here at 11:15. So let's freaking keep the party going here. And thank you so much for the human money. I love making human money. All right, let's see here. What you all got going here. Fandom is doing a watch party. Well, Stewie, that is perfectly good too. We originally do 2 hours, but I just figure if you all could just tolerate me for another hour, you had that opportunity. And it tells me right there, you want to tolerate me for another hour. But Stewie, that is perfectly okay. We just appreciate you being here. The chat lottery, making money. Money. I want Brett up all night long. I'm sure you do. You know what? And I don't want the doctor to look at my yellow eyes going, there is something incredibly wrong with your kidneys. I'm like, no, it's just I didn't sleep worth a damn. And what's funny is I got to create this FWL for SummerSlam tonight too. So I'm going to definitely be up regardless. So let's see here. All right. So I got to keep scrolling back because you all definitely had answers. F2 for Ash. Ashton, you can't take F2. That's been taken. All right, let's see here. What else? Actually, that's all I see with that one. Oh, here we go. Question. Which match are you not looking forward to for SummerSlam? Ooh. If I gotta take the cheap way out, I'm not looking forward to the 6 women's tag match because that is a SmackDown match. That to me is not a SummerSlam match, and you gotta thank for the Bellas for that being put on for the card like that. But I'm sorry, that match does not deserve to be on the SummerSlam card, just because there's hardly any build to it, and I'm just terrified that Fatal Influence is going to lose that match. Ashton, dadgummit, you're a fucking liar. Quit that. F8. Damn it, Cole, you sunk my battleship. Dadgum you. Even though that's not a bad place, but I would again say the disadvantage is you got that person to your left. Alrighty. All right, let's do a couple of scenarios here. And when it gets to 10:15, we will use that last hour to do more the letterbox reviews. And you know what? We'll do Cole's strategy on that one. We're going to look at the bad horror movies that deserve the 0.05. And I know the first one I want to fucking tackle with that one. But stay tuned for that. So let's go ahead and do some scenarios. So, I'm back up here. So let's see here. Let's start this one right here. Got to go over here. All right, scenario number 1. You got an empty theater. Well, actually, we kind of went over this, that most of you all are in the A tier, in the middle rows, that dead center. And we have some people being C. I, of course, as D can get, right there. So we're going to go ahead and skip that one, since we kind of already addressed that already. So let's go to scenario number 2. And I'm wait a minute. You know what? I've not been doing this stream and I'm a fucking asshole for it. Wait a minute. Where did my poll go? Does anyone see my poll for the best fast food item? because I'm on my YouTube studio and I'm not seeing the poll anywhere. And I know I put a poll up. There it is. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end that poll, and I'm going to give you all another poll. So waffle fries for the victory for the last match of the first round. All right, let's see here. So let me take that off real quick. I got to show you all the bracket. Let's see here. All right, so we got to exit that. There we go. There's the bracket real quick. So waffle fries from Chick-fil-A has officially won. And I was going to try to do 3, but I was just such into freaking rhythm that I just got overly excited. So Chick-fil-A, the waffle fries advance, and that's the last match of that first round. So we are now going to go officially into the quarterfinals. So I'm going to set up the first quarterfinals here. Ooh, we got a very tough quarterfinals right here. So get ready to vote into the chat. Let's see here. We got the my gosh, if I can learn to spell. God. Okay, so here. All right. So let me get this poll going. We got going the spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. I'm just going to call it Chick because you all know what we're talking about. And then the Whopper from Burger King. I already know what Brad would fucking vote for. And I already know what Cole's going to vote for, too. So I already know what 2 votes will be added on that one. So there you go. For the rest of the stream, you can determine who wins the spicy chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A or the Whopper. Who goes to the semifinals? Alrighty. So back to our original scheduled program of scenario number 2. There is a couple behind you. So the person right there, that solo person, that's going to be you. Okay, just imagine yourself. And you got a couple right behind you. And no, sometimes those couples can be 50-50, whether they're just a sweet, very considerate couple or they're the very obnoxious couple. That scares the fuck out of me. So, actually, you know what? Too scary for me right now. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm just going to do something. Just going to do something positive right there. Check out my Spider-Man bucket available at Regal. So there's a couple behind you. You picked your favorite seat. A couple walks in and sits directly behind you. What inconsiderate assholes. Even though the theater is nearly empty, what do you do? A, do you stay put? Do you stand your ground? B, move 1 row. I'm going to assume that is moving 1 row up. C, move across the theater. Or D, leave and find another showing. Which I'll tell you this, I will definitely not do D because I spent my hard-earned money to go watch this movie, so I'm going to freaking watch this movie. I am definitely not going to stand put because I'm not going to risk a couple. If it's an empty theater, I'm not going to risk a couple being behind me. But if it's a packed theater, I would do A. But from the scenario of this question is they're sitting directly behind you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do option C and move across the theater and go to that outer edge outside C where that's the freaking money spot. But it's not about me. It's about you. What is your all? All right, I'm already seeing some C's already. I love it already. So we got some ingredients. Good night, Valerie. Appreciate you being here, hanging out with us. Stewie voted for chicken fries because me and my late aunt would go there and for them. You know what? That's awesome because me and my mom loved to go to Burger King to get the chicken fries too when I was little. So I know exactly how you feel on that. That's awesome. Cole, of course I know you're never over Burger King, which I'll tell you this, Cole, the Alcoa restaurant in Burger King, the bomb. The Foothills one sucks ass. Let's see here. What else we got? Yeah. Cole, I get it, man. You just need to just make the travel trip and go to the Alcoa one. You'll thank me. How dare you block Pennywise? Well, Pennywise was just scaring me being that up close and personal. Plus I just wanted to show off my Spider-Man bucket. All right, so we got C. Actually, you know what? I know we got this now, but if I pull up another scenario, I'm going to get a poll going so y'all can officially type it. Stewie would do D with a just leave for another showing. So you're going to try to get a refund. That's what you would try to do. Cole is A, stay put. Cole, you're a freaking menace, dude. All right, so we got that. So that is scenario number 2. So kind of most of it's on the ingredients of just moving across the theater. So we got scenario number 3, and this one is a pretty controversial one because we are dealing with the topic of a baby. So this ought to be really good. So, crying baby. 5 minutes before the movie starts, a family with a crying baby sits nearby. What do you do? And I'm going to get this question ready. All right, let's see here. So don't vote just yet. I'm trying to get the options for you. All right, there you go. Go ahead and start voting. So A, stay put. B, move a few seats away. C, move to the opposite side. Or D, ask for... Damn, who already voted for ask for a refund? Ask for a refund. I would just do move to the opposite side. So I'm personally a C person. Oh shit, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, so you gotta type the number. See, I did it too. I'm the most idiotic because it's my own damn poll. So, hey, talking shit, Mark, what's going on there? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Hey, you are not late because with the super chat go, we're gonna go an additional hour. So we're gonna close out at 11:15 p.m. So you can hang out with us for a good hour. I'm going to choose E. Talk during the whole movie. Damn, that's such a menace move right there. All right, damn, I'm surprised that a lot of you would be asking for a refund. But again, I totally understand that. I'm just going to risk, hopefully the baby is a good baby. Even though in my experience, I've never dealt with a good baby before. And here's even a little story time from the BrettMan Stewart. There was a movie. I went to go see Trap with Josh Hartnett. And literally, a girl on the 3rd row was breastfeeding their baby. Which, again, I don't mind breastfeeding and all that. Again, I understand that's all part of motherhood and it's just something you absolutely have to do. But in a theater, you're going to do that. And not only are you going to do that in the theater, which I think you can perfectly do it in a restroom. That's just my personal take on that. Which, again, not hating on the idea of breastfeeding and all that, because again, it's motherhood. I know how important it is, but just pick your poison of where to do that. Personally, not the theater with a couple of good people in there. It is not a good look. And not only that, they tried to play with the baby during the movie with a fucking rattler. You know, the little shake things are yeah. Fuck my life. That was definitely one of the worst experiences I've ever seen in a theater. Definitely one of the top tier, S tier for me for worst theater experience of all time. I like to call it trapped with breastfeeding mother baby. LOL, Brett's favorite horror movie is Barbarian because he likes breastfeeding. I'll be honest with you, Cole. On first watch, I wasn't the biggest fan of Barbarian. And then second watch, I got back on the train and I really enjoyed that movie, especially in Zach Cregger We Trust. Please nailed the Resident Evil. Please, I have no affiliation with Resident Evil. I've not played the games or anything, but I just feel so bad for that video game franchise that they cannot develop a good movie. I have a good feeling that this is going to be the first one. Let's see here. What do y'all got for the voting right here? So most people ask for a refund, and 2 people say move to the opposite side. So that's me and one other person. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and end that poll for that particular scenario, and we're gonna create ourselves a new scenario. So hold off, don't vote yet. I'm trying to get most of these scenarios done, so before the 10:15. All right, we're going to start. Don't vote yet because you haven't seen the scenario. Here's the scenario. Scenario number 4, the Loud Group. So as Gavin mentioned earlier, the cool kids. A group of 6 teenagers is talking loudly before previews. Where do you move? A, closer to the group, so you get to actually be a part of the group. If you vote for A, we got to have a talk. B, same row but different side. C, the back row. Or D, ask for a refund. This is going to be the instance if they're going to be the loud and entertaining people, and this is a movie that I truly like, I'm going to go B in that scenario. But if this is a movie like Scary Movie 6 and the movie is just absolutely horrendous, I would ask for a refund. Even though here's the problem with me on the refund part of this strategy right here. I'm a Regal member, so my standard tickets cost 57 cents. So would you tell me that is it worth doing a refund for 57 cents? But I will say I would walk out. But if I bought like an IMAX ticket with my Regal membership for $9, I would definitely do a freaking refund on that shit. Especially if it's a bad movie. But if it's a good movie, my official answer is going to be B. Just same row, but a different side. So let me officially cast my vote. And Stewie, remember, type the number 1 for A if you want to officially cast your vote. But A, get closer, cut a fart, and then leave so that they're left wondering who did it. Modern problems call for modern solutions. Let's see here. Most of y'all are voting just to go to the complete back row, but that's where the teens like to hang out, is that deadly back row. Melody picks C for back row. So again, I'm very interested in this whole back row scenario. And I know the poll is getting confusing, so we're just going to go back to what we did with scenario 1. Just give me the letter, because I could keep count with like what most of y'all will think of. But hey, it was worth a try. It was worth a try. All right, so let's go to another scenario here. It's about 10:02, so we're still doing good on time in these scenarios. I had about 10 scenarios, so we might be able to get through them. All right, scenario number 5. Talker is behind you. Someone behind you won't stop talking during the movie. We all know people. What do you do? A, ignore and hope they stop. B, politely ask them to be quiet. C, ask an employee for help. Or D, move to a different seat. This one's going to be different for the fact that it just depends on how packed the theater is. If it's a packed theater, I would ask for an employee for help. If it is a empty theater or a near empty theater, I would do D and just move to a different seat. This is definitely the most probable, I wouldn't say controversial, but the most asked question in theater ethics ever. If there's a talker, what do you do to a talker? So I'm very curious to see what you all will do for a talker. Stewie, good night, my friend. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. So tell me, what do you all do? A, B, C, or D? I'm very curious to see what you all are going to, how you all are going to respond to this one. See here, Ashton goes D. I go with I officially voted for B on that one. Just oh wait a minute. I did type B. Wait a fucking minute. Brad, are you in here? Did you take control of the Goodrow Hunting account? If it's you, you son of a bitch, you. All right, Cole's moving closer. Actually, no, Cole is A. Ignore and hope that they will stop. Okay. What else we got here? Male D goes D, move to a different spot. That's where I would instantly go to is D as well. Chester picks C, asks for an employee. Brooke is B, politely asks them to be quiet. Very, very daring right there because most people are assholes, so they would just take your request with a grain of salt. And we got Leanna. What's going on there, Leanna? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. Good seeing you. Ashton is a B, politely asks him to be quiet. See, we got a lot of distinguished gentlemen and gentlewomen in here. Blu-ray Addict is ignore and hope that they will stop. Well, that's some wishful thinking. That's just for me. That's like to me, that's wishful thinking. Because here's the deal, too. You think you're a good whisperer. If you think you're a good whisperer, I kind of hate to be playing spoiler. Come closer. Closer. You're not as good of a whisperer as you think you are. So shut the fuck up. There we go. That's my thing. So if you think you're a good whisperer, hate to tell you, you're not. So that's our scenario number 5. And Leanna, thank you so much. Yes, we got a lot of heavy hitters with the super chat goals into the chat. I appreciate each and every single one of them for achieving the goal that I will go the extra hour. You know, I am on my way. I could go the distance. What Disney song? What Disney movie is that song from? That should be like an immediate that people should know that. And while I try to get up scenario number 6, and by the time I get done reading scenario number 6, somebody better put that Disney movie in there. Scenario number 6, the spilled drink incident. Someone spills their drink next to you, soaking your seat and part of your clothes. How do you handle it? A, politely ask for a towel and clean it up. Good luck trying to get a towel in a movie theater. B, ask for a refund or replacement ticket. C, move to a different seat. Or D, let it go and deal with it. Well, I'll tell you this. I will not fucking let it go and deal with it if it's done intentionally. But if it's an accident, accidents happen, you know, like just we're human. But for me, I would easily move to a different seat. That's what I would do. And guess what? I'll probably smell like cherry Coke for the rest of the day. And cherry Coke is not a bad smell. All right, what else? All right. Wow, guys, I have not seen that Disney movie. I am very heartbroken right now. No one got the... There we go. Thank you, Herbert. Which, speaking of which, Herbert, what's going on there? Hopefully all is going well with you. But Hercules, damn right, one of the most criminally underrated... I was about to say horror movies. It is not a horror movie. Definitely one of the most criminally underrated Disney movies of all time. It's in my top 5 of best Disney movies of all time with Hercules. And I think that one is the second. I know you all are going to get pissed off what I'm about to say. So bear with me, okay? Bear with me. I'm on your side. I'm just saying, bear with me. If I have 2 movies that Disney should make a live action movie for, Hercules absolutely has to be one of them. And of course, my top pick for a live action Disney remake, the best one they will ever do if they can get the casting right and if they can get the composer the right composer to do the movie. You all probably should know what I'm talking about if you're a diehard Disney fans. But that movie is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That would be the best Disney live action remake they would ever do. And it's crazy we've gone this long without a Hunchback of Notre Dame live action remake. That's crazy to me. We've gone this long and we've not gotten that one or Hercules. Those two are the only ones we need to do left, and then we need to quit with the live action Disney remakes. That's just my personal take on that. Lenny, what's going on there, Lenny? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. Appreciate you being here. And Melody's just going to take off her wet clothes. It's getting wet in here, so take off all your clothes. So there you go. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. So let's see here. E, let young Leanna take the wheel and light someone up. Hell yeah. Fierce young Leanna. Blu-ray goes with the answer D of let it go and deal with it. What a very distinguished gentleman. Brooke, C, move to a different seat. That's personally what I would do, is move to a different seat. Chester's the same way. I had a butter lobster and everything else spilled on my at Red Lobster once, and it was the greatest experience ever afterwards because I had 2 lobster tails as well as crab legs for free. Oh, so like someone spilled it on you and you got just, oh man, Cole got butter all over his penis. That sounds like a very sticky situation there, Cole. Ashton says C, move to a different seat. Who else? What else we got here? So we got, I'd say, a good majority of C. We got young Leanna wanting to beat some people up, which I'm going to stay away from that scenario because I am a lover, not a fighter. And we have some people, to distinguish gentlemen, saying D, just let it go and deal with it. That takes a very big person for someone to spill their drink on you, and you'd be like, appreciate the free drink. All right, we got 5 minutes, so we got time for one more scenario. So let's go ahead and tackle this last scenario here. There is a giant of a man in front of you. You're excited for the movie, but the person in front of you is extremely tall and blocking most of the screen. What do you do? A, politely ask them to sit lower. B, ask to switch seats if possible. C, move to a different seat. Or D, suffer through it. Well, for fuck's sake, we're not doing D, so that can absolutely go off the table. We are absolutely not doing D. I would probably, for the most part, I would do C, move to a different seat, because I do not want to ask to switch seats, because I feel like I'm kind of fast shaming when I'm doing that, and I no way, shape, or form ever want to do fast shaming, because that is absolutely not right. If you're a fast shamer out there, fuck you personally. But if I asked to switch seats, that would just be a problem, honestly, for the person right behind me. And that'd just be an inconsiderate thing for me to do. And I definitely don't want to ask them politely to sit lower, because again, that feels like I'm shaming them for that. And I just don't want to do that. So I'm just going to just do C, and I'm going to move a different seat. And that is where I'm seeing most of the C's coming in on that one. So we got definitely kind of like a similar feel to that. People are getting mad about smartphone lights in the theater. No, Herbert, I'm telling you, I'm on the top of the food chain. You put your fucking phone up when you're at the movie. I would say one time you're allowed to go check your phone one time for free with checking your phone. And that just better be if you're checking if there's like a missed phone call, or you're checking what time it is, because you're checking the pacing in the movie. I only personally check my phone one time, and that's always for me checking on the pacing of the movie, because I do rate my movies if the movie has good pacing or not. But for me, for the people that check their phone religiously, like throughout the movie, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you, because you're telling me you cannot go an hour and a half without being on your phone. I'm sorry, but that's just a complete waste of your time and waste of your money. But more than anything, that's just being incredibly disrespectful to the crowd that you're in. And not only that, even if you turn your phone all the way down from the brightness, so you're on the lowest brightness, you think that like, oh, it's not going to be a big deal. I'm just telling you, it's still a big fucking deal. But at least I appreciate you doing the lowest one. But guess what? I can still see you buying very inappropriate stuff on eBay, which, true story, I did see somebody on their phone on eBay buying inappropriate shit. So again, I get the crazy theater experiences and the theater Karens. I'll tell you that for sure. So most people are saying C, or Erica, or excuse me, Leanne. Why do I always just want to call everybody Erica? Erica, you're a bad influence on me, but also a good one. Leanna, E, sigh loudly and pass aggressively the whole time. Damn, young Leanna is a fucking savage. I love it. Oh man, I would love to meet young Leanna. I will tell you that for sure. I mean, you're having me on the phone for 3 hours, so... Oh, okay, I get what you... So you're watching the stream on your phone. Ooh, I love a good story time. Sorry, let me get here. As a kid, I watched King Kong 2005 in the theater, and the theater was packed, and there was no more seats left. The guy in front of me had an afro, so my dad had to bring the car seat in the theater so I can see the movie. That's crazy. That you have to have a car seat in order to see over the afro. Talk about just like good old classic 2000s movie problems right there. Which answer me that question. That'll be the last scenario we'll tackle, and we'll do the horror movie more for the rest of the stream. Horror movie letterbox for bad movies for 0.05. So answer me this last question here. Damn, I kind of lost track of my train of thought right there. Oh man, I'm gonna get it. It's just the question literally left my brain. I'm trying to catch it. I'm trying to catch it out here. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got it. Are you a fan of assigned seating, or are you just one of those traditional theater people that, hey, you got to get there early to get your seat? I don't think you should get an assigned seat. So when you're late, which that's the thing too, if you're late, fuck you too, because a lot of people that are late to the movie will use their fucking cell phone light to try to find their damn seat. If you're a freaking moviegoer, you shouldn't need a light. You should already know where your seat is by heart. So that's just tells me that those people don't go to the theater at all. So let me know, do you like assigned seating, or are you just like the traditional 2000 mindset, just early, like just get there early? Like if you get there early, you have no problems. Let's see here. What do we got here? Desi, welcome back. I like assigned seating. Yeah, I'm with Destiny. I'm sure I'm going to be like along with everybody else here, or the majority. Like, let's not say everybody. I like assigned seating too, just because like you're still in that way too. Like when the movie's like ready, like when tickets go on sale, you got to have that early mindset too, that you immediately got to go buy your ticket immediately. So normally what I do as a moviegoer is every Monday morning at 10 o'clock, or unless if I get like an Instagram notification that tickets go on sale, that is when I go to Regal's website and I check their website to see if their tickets go on sale, which most of the time they do, and I buy that ticket immediately. So that's what definitely I am a big assigned seat person, but I have seen stuff on TikTok where fights legitimately start by people sitting in other people's assigned seats, and to me that's freaking crazy. So let's see here. Oh, Destiny, by the way, it's Blu-ray's birthday, so wish him a happy birthday. Just trying to catch you up to speed with all that we got going on. Let's see here. Theater showings don't sell out anymore this post-COVID movie home streaming world we live in now. So appointment seating or assigned seating isn't necessary at all. Well, it kind of is for the fact that the Odyssey. And there's some movies out there like Obsession and Odyssey being the big ones. So I'm sure Spider-Man is going to have a great successful weekend, as it deserves to be. You're going to need that assigned seating because of the fact that those theaters are absolutely going to be packed. Cole, I know where you're going with that, but it is getting a little bit late for us East Coasters, so I am not going to attempt that word right now. But I got where your head was at. Let's see here. What else we got? You've grown to like assigned seating. There you go. Like when I first discovered the technology or just the whole idea of assigned seating, I'm like, sign me up. Let's see. Melody likes assigned seating. Let's see here. I'm a fan of assigned seating. So we're on the majority of the side that we like assigned seating. So all right, so let's get back to what you all probably wanted to do all along, but I just wanted to make sure that I gave time for the two other games that I did a lot of work getting organized with, and we're going to go right back to Letterboxd reviews. So let me pull that Letterboxd reviews screen all the way back up. I'm going to shrink myself, and so Cole, pick me a horror movie that's so bad that we have to rate the 0.05 Letterboxd reviews. Because surely you had to have a movie in mind to suggest such a dangerous idea, but a wonderful idea. And while you actually, let's see here. All right, so Cole, what did you say earlier? Your idea, Cole, is that we're going to look up bad horror movies that deserve a 0.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and we're going to read their reviews. Earlier, we looked at the 5-star reviews, and we read the 0.5 out of 5 reviews on those 5-star classic horror movies. Oh, Blu-ray, that's such a fucking good one. I love that already. Cole for Forbidden Fruit. I'll get that to a minute, but I definitely want to read pretty much the worst horror movie of all time. Sausage Party is the worst fucking horror movie of all time. And not only is the worst horror movie of all time, it's just legitimately the worst movie that ever freaking existed. And how does it have a 2.2? And with people rating this a 5-star, you all are monsters. All right, so let's get to these reviews right here. Everyone rating 0.05. And the reason I'm doing this one first is for the fact that I'm letting you all get your movie suggestions in so I can star them. So since I'm already full screen again, I'm going to have to pull up my phone. Destiny, of course, you're going to pick Hack-O-Lantern, but I love that pick too. Definitely want to read that. And let me read the Sausage Party, and I'll read the Hack-O-Lantern, and then I'll do Cole's, and then we'll go in that alphabetical order. Or just not alphabetical order, but just to an order in general. Halloween 5, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. All right, what else we got here? Okay, now see, now Cole, you're doing a lot of reviews here. I'll still star them, but I definitely want to make sure everybody gets their fair turn on that. So let me read these, and then I'll do Hack a Lantern for Des, and then we'll go with Cole since he originated the idea, and then we will go from there. But I do have them starred, and we got about 50 minutes left, so we got plenty of time. So let me exit out of this. And yes, I say Sausage Party is indeed a horror movie because if you watch this movie and the last scene of the movie, that is one of the most scariest scenes I've ever seen in my entire life of how fucking awful it was. All right. Half a star, single white female. I know I said that incorrectly, but here we go. Half star. I'm only 4 minutes into this, but I think this is the most evil movie I've ever seen. Couldn't agree more. It gets a like. If I agree, I like it. Half a star, cowboy. I'm a vegan now. Well, I respect you being a vegan, but I love my steaks. I love my chicken. So I cannot do team vegan, and I cannot like your review. But I totally understand where you're coming from. Nope, we are not. We do not do any religion or political talk, so we are skipping that one. Let's see here. Leave it to straight men to sexualize a fucking hot dog bun. Yep. Abigail, I agree with you. Half star. Finney Sims. Haha, the hot dog said the fuck word. Half star. Yeah, it's not that fucking funny, especially coming from Seth Rogen. Which, I do have a new appreciation for Seth Rogen doing serious movies like The Invite. If you have not seen The Invite, I highly recommend you seeing that movie. Definitely one of the most surprising underrated movies from 2026. Everybody should go check out The Invite. And I do plan on writing a non-spoiler review for it some point this weekend. Let's see here. I'm just... Yeah, Desi, I knew I was not going to say that sentence, so I had to work my way around it, but I saw where your head was at right there. Let's see here. I've seen Sausage Party, but I don't remember much. I might have erased it. Erica, that is a great problem to have. Sausage Party came out 10 years ago, which is crazy. Yeah, 10 years ago, they want to torture us with this dog shit from a horse's ass movie. My worst movie of all time. Okay, I don't want you to do that, Kate. I do not want you to do that, but if there's a movie that can get you to feel that way, it would be Sausage Party. Y'all, this movie made me vegan. There we go. Never vegan. This movie makes me never want to consume any food ever again. I want to starve. This movie should be used as a method of torture. Sarah, half star. Couldn't agree more. Mom, can you pick me up? This party is scary. I 100% agree with you, Shay. Like. Eden, last one. Only a man could have written this. Seth Rogen, I think Seth Rogen did write it, so you're completely not wrong. So, like. All right, so Destiny, we're going to do your, let's see here, Hack a Lantern. There we go. Hack a Lantern. And what did I give this movie? I gave it a 2 out of 5 because I do see it's like kind of like some joy into this movie, but just to me, not the overall best horror movie for me. But I do like this this guy right here, where my mouse is at right there. I do like that mask and the weapon of choice. I really do like that. So let's see here. Oh, there we go. Hey, know that person. I know that person. I know that person. I know that person. I know all these lovely people, so you should absolutely go check out their Letterboxd accounts. Let's see here. And Destiny, I'm not trying to pick on you, but I'm just curious about your review here. I forgot what you wrote. Destiny from October 7th, 2025. Every single part of this movie was a choice, and I love it for that. And you know what? Lots of respect for you on that. All right, let me get to the popular reviews here. Rating, half star. All right, half a star. Joe Lynch. Wait, this can't be the Joe Lynch, isn't it? No, that can't be the real Joe Lynch. All right, Okay, call me nuts. Is this actually Joe Lynch? I need a verification if this is legitimately like Joe Lynch's like letterbox account. I need some clarification. Somebody wants to dig down a rabbit hole and look at that. It is. Okay, well, if it is, what the hell am I doing? I gotta go follow that account because I love Joe Lynch. All right, so Joe Lynch, we gotta respect your review here. We gotta leave Joe Lynch's review, half star. See, anyone could pick up a camera and make a scary movie. I kind of get now why it took me this long to experience this simple slice of cinema, which I love how he spelled cinema right there. Screened as part of Joe Bob's Halloween Hideaway Marathon. And yeah, and that was my first experience with Hack-O-Lantern was through Joe Bob's The Last Drive-In. And I just remember that being a really fun time. Half star, Raggle Fraggle. Half star saying Hack-O-Lantern. Okay, appreciate you saying the name of the title of the movie. Half star, Cliff Critics, Breast. Yes, that movie does have breasts. Very good, but not a good review. Let's see here. BEC Slappy, half star saying, wow, the twists keep coming. The first twist being there's no plot. What an interesting original idea. The second twist, everyone acts like they don't know how to act. Genius. Also, I love how when people eventually died in this film, no one cared. So like the real world. Well, that was kind of a harsh kind of fucking ending to that review. I was this close about giving it a like until that. Hack-O-Lantern and Haunt double feature on Joe Bob changed my life. Yeah, Destiny, was that the first time you saw both of these movies for the very first time with Haunt and Hack-O-Lantern? Because I'm pretty sure this was the first time I got introduced to Haunt as well for that very first drive-in. Let's see here. Anybody else? Yeah, that's the director, Joe Lynch. Okay, cool. I watched Something Wild because it was in Joe's top 4 on Letterboxd, and it was a phenomenal movie. All right. And all of my wrench men and women, make sure I don't go over the 5 minutes. Even though these are pretty quick, so I'm not too concerned with it. Let's see here. Casey, half star, just an absolute horrendous movie. And I love the little picture right there, a freaking Zora with a freaking gun. That's funny. Oh shit, hello. Hey, I'm a wrestling fan, so I get giddy every time I get to talk shit about Dave Meltzer. So if Dave Meltzer's doing freaking movie reviews, I'm not gonna read it this time, but I might. I'm gonna follow this person because I want to see all the crap reviews that they possibly write because it is Dave Meltzer. Let's see here. Alrighty, half star Sydney. No matter how many tits I saw, they can't make up for the fact that this movie is hot garbage. Ouch. I don't think it was hot garbage because I do remember my fake memory about this movie. I've only seen it once. I do remember there being like an epic musical number in this movie, and I definitely remember that scene being a lot of fun. Carly, half star. Terrible, terrible movie with terrible, terrible acting. I'm trying to avoid the long reviews if I can. Half star, Dr. Dinkelberg. The most honest movie I've seen. And you know what? I agree with you. I'll actually give that a like right there. Destiny cannot wait for her annual watch. I can't wait for my annual watch, which I believe you watched this around October. So hell yeah. Hey, October, we're close to being near 90 days. I believe Valerie said earlier we officially have 92 days until Halloween time in the spooky community. So hell yeah. Blu-ray has never seen Hack-O-Lantern. So Destiny, I am sure you're going to tell Blu-ray why Blu-ray should tune in to Hack-O-Lantern. I will let you take care of that. So to finish out these reviews right here, we got one more left. The grandpa's acting and line delivery single-handedly took the movie from boring bad to fun bad. And I honestly kind of agree because I remember my first time watching this movie is one of those like it's bad, it's good, and it's kind of fun to experience a bad movie with a group of people you enjoy horror movies with, or with like Joe Bob. Like that was my interpretation. But I probably need to see this movie again just because definitely I've learned a lot more with horror movies, and I want to see if my opinion would change on it. So you know what? The B&B RKR, I'm gonna like your review. Alrighty, so I gotta get back to my screen right here because I gotta figure out what the next movie I'm supposed to do is. So we did that one. We did mine. Cole, I owe you a Forbidden Fruits. So that is the new 2026 movie. Let's try it like that because I'm just lazy and don't spell words. Oh, I already know her already. Damn, I know two of these girls already. So damn. It's pretty bad, but needs to be seen. Yeah, you know what? That's actually the best way to describe that movie in general. It's pretty bad, but it needs to be seen. So I definitely agree with that. Chester's never seen it either. I am adding it to the list. So there you go. And I'm pretty sure it's on Tubi. But I can check for you real quick. I'm pretty sure it's also Shudder too, but it's been such a long time ago. I'm not sure if Shudder took it off, but I'll look for you real quick. If I can learn to spell. Yes, Hack-O-Lantern is on Tubi absolutely for free. So there you go. All right, get back to my Forbidden Fruit. See here. What do our friends think here? Damn, 5-star, 5-star, 1.5, 2.5, 1, 2.5. Okay. So this will be interesting. Haunted Hippie, 3 stars. Oh, these girls look good. All right, let's get to here. Let's everyone half the stars. Because again, this is what Cole's saying. So Cole has to think that this movie's bad, but let's see what everybody else says about it. Let's see here. Okay, Brooke wrote down Hack-O-Lantern on her watch list. So there we go. Hack-O-Lantern gained some love tonight. I love it. But let's see here. Halali, I guess that's how you pronounce it. Have a Star says, I wouldn't rather sat through an actual retail shift. You know what? That's honestly a fair statement. So I'll give that a like. Valerie, half of a star. Was Victoria Pederetti's rent due or something? That has to be something doing with the movie, so I have no idea what that was about. Ethan Barnes, half a star. As someone who works at a mall, I can tell you this is completely realistic and it happens a lot more than you think. Well, Ethan, I'm going to take your word for it, and I'll give you a like. Oh, we never leave a translate untranslated. So this is from Arabic to American. There's no story, no horror, no performance, no balloons. There's no movie. I hope we hear news of Lola Tong's retirement soon. Fuck. That's that. Damn. If we're already talking about retirement of a directing and all that, damn. So, you know what? I'll put you back right there. Alexa, half of a star. So fucking bad. Don't talk to me. Weirdest theater experience ever. Well, shit, man. I need to know what else what happened with your particular theater experience. Give me more. I need all the details. I cannot pronounce that name. Half of a star says everything I want to say will get my account banned. Well, you know what? I could say that about Sausage Party as well, so I'll give you a like. Respect. Let's see here. What else? Read with Sydney. Half a star. Tries too hard to be a cult classic. Corny dialogue with stimulated acting. There you go. You're getting you're getting more than one kind of fun with me butchering the hell out of these words. Oh, I gotta read this one. It already sold me on that first line right there. Have a star, Jess. As soon as I heard we only text boys using emojis, I turned this film off. This was probably the worst film I've watched so far this year. It was awful. See that bull? It got even did in a bold later right there. That's why I had to say it that way. Awful. It tried too hard to be like Mean Girls and The Craft. Damn, if it was trying to be Mean Girls and The Craft, that is a great fucking combination of a horror movie and a non-horror movie mixing together. Which just got me a brilliant idea of a future topic. So I'm going to write that down before I lose track of that, because that sounds like a really fun idea. There we go. That can actually turn out to be a really good game show idea as well. But continue on with the review. It tried too hard to be like Mean Girls and The Craft, but with god awful performances. It was torture just by watching less than 20 minutes of the film. And damn, that's a big statement for the fact that it usually, I believe, I saw this kind of research somewhere that, and I still believe it to be true in this day and age of cinema filmmaking. The first 20 minutes is definitely going to be the point whether you know you're going to like this movie or you're not going to like this movie. I've had experiences where I didn't like the first 20 minutes, and then bam, I love the conclusion, the climax, and everything like that. But it is normally true that 20 minutes is a proper time knowing whether you're going to like this movie or really not like this movie. I should have gone with my original plan of rewatching Shallow Grave. I have not heard of Shallow Grave, so I cannot contest to that. But you know what? Thank you for the review there, Jess. Let's see here. CC360. The audacity of this movie to start with a close-up shot of a lesbian manicure and then proceed to put out an incoherent mess of misogynistic messaging about toxic female friendships and daddy issues and not even be funny. I guess there has to be some kind of personal attachment. That sounds like a lot of hate in that fucking comment right there. Without knowing the context of the movie, I can't give an opinion. This is going to be a triple platinum amongst the most insufferable people you know. Half a star. Again, I don't know. I have a feeling I would typically like that comment. However, I have not seen the movie, so I don't know how insufferable those particular characters are. But they have like two people I recognize immediately. So I'm sure when I'm going to assume this will drop on Shudder. And when it does, then I'll give it a watch. Just because mainly more than anything, curiosity killed the cat. All right, Cole. All right, Blu-ray Addict, you were the next one up. So we're gonna go with what most consider as the best worst movie of all time, Troll 2, the movie that has absolutely no trolls, and that's a true statement. This movie absolutely has no trolls. Let's see here. And also let me know in the comments too, do you like doing these? And if so, do we need to do more of it? And do we need to make this a featured good, real live segment with Brad and Chris? Because I'm sure Brad and Chris will have a lot of fun with this particular idea as well. So let me know in the comments or into the chat. Let me know, do you enjoy this segment? Did you enjoy the other two segments? Because I'm always thinking of how to find ways to entertain each and every single one of you. And just because you give us so much back, I want to give twice as back to you all with fun streams and fun interactions. All right, let's begin the Troll 2, which is the best, worst movie of all time. Sandre, half a stars. The entire cast went to a casting call hoping to be extras and ended up being lead roles. That explains a lot, yet not nearly enough. Watch for Film Club number 12. Well, you get a like for that because I absolutely freaking agreed that they definitely act like extra actors versus lead role actors. Definitely agree. Robin, half of a star. Still a better love story than Twilight. Ooh. Ooh. Robin, I don't think I can agree with that. I do not think I could agree with that at all. So I'm just going to leave that as it is. Ethan, half of star. The only reason this isn't getting 5 stars is because I don't want this on my profile. You know what? And that's fair. So I'm going to give you a like for that. That is a really fair statement. Olivia, half of a star. We watched them so you don't have to. Lowest rated quest. Lowest rated quest watch list ranked. You can't piss on hospitality. I won't allow it. The dad looked like a discount Patrick Swayze. He kind of did. Tightening my belt by 1 loop so I don't feel hunger pains. The dad who also had a tragic haircut, but so did literally every other person in the movie. So, damn, we gotta keep reading on this. This is some. Oh yeah, we gotta keep reading. This is some good shit right here. We need time for some things to happen. The pastor from hell. Word to the witch lady. Gloria Swanson called, and she wants her shtick back. I'm sure I missed many more good lines, but I was either too busy laughing or wheezing or complaining about how much longer we had left to listen to anything too closely, so those were the only quotes I managed to grab for the review. Troll 2 is like Hot Fuzz meets buckets of Nickelodeon slime. This movie was harder to look at than William Dafoe's teeth and Wild at Heart. Okay, damn it, this is where I wish Jamie Hart was here so she can verify this about William Dafoe's teeth and Wild at Heart, because I know she knows that movie. Let's see here. If Jack hadn't suffered through this with me, there would have been 0 chance of me finishing it. To be honest with you, truly the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, but it's another one off the lowest rated watch list, so that counts for something, I suppose, and it was good for a laugh. I agree, it was good for a laugh, and you actually had some good explanations, so you get a like. All right, I'm seeing some people having a good time. I love it. I love it. Fiona White, half of a star. There is not one thing about this movie that isn't so wrong. And there is not one thing about it that I don't love immensely. Okay. Olivia, recommended by Brendan Stager. Well, Brendan Stager, I don't think you need to be recommending movies anymore. This existing is both humanity's greatest and worst achievement. That I can absolutely get behind. There we go. Another long review. Mark Kaiserman, half star. This Troll series really made some major changes in that 2016 reboot with Anna Kendrick and Justin Timberlake. That's clever. I get that a like. Mar, half of a star. I thought, wait a minute, we saw Mar earlier. So welcome back, Mar. I need a translate on this one because we never leave a translate untranslated. The perfect movie if you want to bully some actors. I guess. So we'll hide you back right there. Half of a star, Digital Press. Dude, now part of Dude the List. Dude, I know what you're feeling. So I'll give you a like right there. So, all right, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Thank you so much for that recommendation, Blu-ray. Let's see here. Let's go with Ashton right here with Halloween 5. This ought to be fun. I was kind of hoping you would say Halloween Ends because, you know what, we might still do Halloween Ends. It just depends on how many more suggestions we have left. And we got about a good 30 minutes, so we still got plenty of time. Oh, I think I hear my mom home. Let's see here. I gave this one a 2.5 out of 5, which I now have officially said that Halloween 5 is my least favorite of the Halloween franchise after the latest rewatch of the franchise for my franchise marathon. So let's see here. Popular reviews. Half star. Ooh, wait a minute. How long is this? All right, this is not bad actually. So We get a first time reaction. No, Ashton, I'm definitely doing Halloween Ends. Fuck you. So all right, first time watching. Wait a minute. Sorry, let me get that off screen. I kind of want y'all to see me. So first time. So this is a person's first time reaction. They're giving it a 0.5 out of 5. So we gotta dive into this. So here we go. Halloween, or how Loomis lost his marbles and started to shout at little girls for 95 minutes, delivers what I says, or delivers what it says on the tin. This is the downfall I was expecting this franchise to have. I absolutely hated this film so much. Taking place 1 year after the events of 4, once again, Michael returns to kill his niece and that's yada yada yada. This film doesn't bring anything that it's supposed to bring. It's just another rehash. Fuck this film. I'll surprisingly get that a like, because I don't like Loomis screaming at a little girl either. So half a star, Slayer and Salem, weird fucking choices for the sound effects in some scenes. And I already know immediately the scene you're talking about, Slayer, is those damn officers. We'll give that a like. All right, let's see here. Have a star. Safety. Oh, sorry. I had a crick in my neck. I felt like I was sitting in row A. See here. Safety. Half of a star. Loomis harasses a child for the first hour and to find his lover, Michael. Damn you, Michael. I like that. That's funny. Jake Alda Coffee, half of star. It was at this point when they stopped giving a shit about this franchise or its storyline. Everything in this is stupid nonsense. Not surprising for a 5th installment of a franchise. You're correct, because usually when it starts getting to around the 4th or 5th installment of a franchise, it kind of starts going downhill for most of them, not for all of them. So I'll give that a like. Jang Hin. What are we doing, Michael? I can forgive poor filmmaking decisions, script absurdities, non-logic. I can easily forgive atrocious acting, but I'll never forgive an established horror franchise for being boring. Only redeeming quality is an increasingly belligerent Donald Pleasant screaming at cops and kids. Not even the worst Halloween, which blows my mind. Damn, I wonder what their worst Halloween movie is. I might... We'll let it live, but I'll like it. Let's see here. Nuno Costa, half of a star. Viewed on VHS. Damn, that must have been a long time ago. The Live Lesson, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers taught me. If a guy in a creepy mask sneaks into my hermit cave by the river and tries to kill me, but fails because he's just been shot several times and it's hurt, don't nurse him back to health, because he'll just kill you a year later. This movie doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, that's it. We're giving... That's the best one I've read so far. Where's my fucking applause button? That was fucking beautiful. Not only do you get a like, good sir, I'm also giving you a... Not only do you get a like, I'm giving you a follow as well. That's fucking beautiful. That's how much I respect your game right there. All right. We can read this one real quick. Keith, half of a star. This movie has no redeeming qualities whatsoever. The amateurishness the filming and ending is almost painful to watch. Loomis in this Halloween entry, at least, is one of the biggest assholes in all of filmdom. That is a big statement, and honestly, an appropriate statement. Everyone involved in this movie seems to be totally uninspired. I love fun, bad movies, Hack-A-Lantern, but this one is just bad. You get a like, and I'll actually follow you, because I actually really enjoyed that review. Where is he? There we go. All right, so let's get us to another one here. Let me read here. Go home, Michael. Go home. Let's see here. What else? What else do we got to do left here? Let's see here. All right, this is I'm not seeing any other recommendations from anybody else. If you do have a recommendation, if you've not had a turn, please let me know so I can get your recommendation in. Other than that, though, just because Cole, I do agree with you. We need to tackle some Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. It is the one. It's like the one horror movie that I've watched 3 times. Halfway through, I got so incredibly bored and I absolutely turned it off. It is the only horror movie to ever do that. Ooh, Blu-ray. I don't think my heart can do Jennifer's Body right now because, like, I love Jennifer's Body, and we're getting a second movie. Oh, Ashton, now y'all are just at a point of territory where you're all just going to break my heart. But so before you all break my heart, let's see here, Texas. All right, let's see here. How did I even rate this movie when I haven't even fully finished it? So I gotta go ahead and just cancel the star rating on that one because that's not fair to rate a movie if I haven't finished it all the way through. All right, here we go. All right. Marianne Neal, half of a star. I think this was meant to be funny, or maybe it was meant to be scary. I'm not sure. Well, before I even finish that, I'm going to like that because that's legitimately how I felt about the movie. I'm not sure, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is not for those things. It's occasionally gross and mostly just stupid. This franchise went from one of the best horror films I've ever seen to one of the worst. God, I'm going to give you a follow because that is fucking spot on of a review. All right, so going back, let's see here. Colin, half of a star. One of the most beautiful piles of garbage that I've ever seen in my life. They have apparently not watched Sausage Party. Let's see here. Brianna Torth, half of a star. I'm just going to go ahead and pretend that I didn't watch this. I feel the same way. Let's see here. The film Fox, half of a star. Hands down the worst film I have seen this year so far. Okay, that was when they're watching films in 2016. I was about to say, damn, they're reviewing this back all the way in 1986. I'm pretty sure Letterboxd wasn't created in 1986. I can't think of a single positive thing to say about this film? Question mark. I'm Ricky Bobby. If you're going to make me reference Anchorman, I'm giving you a like. Jack Dracula, half a star. Fuck this movie. All right, let's see here. Erica, I haven't seen you make a suggestion. Do you have a suggestion? And Chester got Friday the 13th Part 8, which that's a soft spot for me because I'm not sure I can do that one because I'm going to be the only one defending that movie next week. But just to finish this off, half a stars, biggest shit ever, 0.5 for the soundtrack. Damn. All right, let's see here. I got to star some of these real quick. Okay, Erica, just tell me this. What is the worst horror movie you've ever saw? What is like the first bad horror movie that comes to your mind? That's the one we're doing. All right, let's see here. You know, fine. We'll do Jennifer's Body. Like, we're not going to spend too long on it because I love Jennifer's Body. So this kind of breaks the rule, and we're going back to what we originally did. Hi, Megan. 4.5 out of 5. Abso-fucking-lutely. All right, let's see how wrong these people are. Oh, Erica, how dare you? I love Midsommar, but I bet that would be a fun review to read. So we'll tackle that here in a minute. Leo, half of a star. What kind of band name is Low Shoulder? Actually, he kind of has a good point. Pretty bad. Well, Allison, half a star. What makes it bad? I need more context in your review. Man, people got a lot of things to say about this movie. I'm just trying to go after the short ones here. Let's see. Yeah, check that letterbox, Erica. Half a star, Natalia. Everyone is always like, oh, Jennifer's Body is a masterpiece. Don't listen to the bad reviews. The critics just didn't understand it. Well, 20 minutes into the film, I'm happy to confirm that sometimes the critics are just right. I agree with you that the critics are sometimes right. Not in this case, Natalie. So, bye, Natalie. I guess emoji gorilla, half of a star. After much deliberation, I've decided that this is a very strong contender for worst movie ever made. They have not seen Troll 2 or Sausage Party. And then lastly, S, half of a star, LOL. They can't just help but laugh. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll just tell you this. The movie is absolutely hilarious. So I agree with you. I should like it, but I know they were just being sarcastic. All right, so Erica's gonna break my heart, so let's go ahead and do Midsommar. Even though Florence Pugh was absolutely fucking phenomenal in this movie, and we also learned that we need an official pusher. You can see how much I love this movie. 4.5 out of 5. Ben Nash, half a star. Ari Aster's films are about nothing. Well, that review is absolutely about nothing because you did give any context of why you didn't like this movie. And not only that, you obviously were not paying attention. I bet you were one of those people that you watch a movie and then you're on your phone for a good 80% of it. Because if you actually watch Midsommar, it is absolutely about the struggles of Florence Pugh's character and what the trauma she's been dealing with, and just a resurgence of a brand new human being. So yeah, you're absolutely wrong on that trash review. I wish I could give a thumbs down for that one. Tibby, half of a star. This movie sucks. If you want an interesting and well-constructed cult narrative, then go watch the 3rd season of Riverdale. Never seen Riverdale, but I've heard about Riverdale, so I cannot comment on if that's true or not. Addison, half of a star. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Don't tell them about the director's cut, which is 20 minutes longer. The Sam, half of a star. The law of Letterboxd. If you see an oddly terrible take for a film you love, check the user's profile and you will eventually find a 4+ star rating of this film. I can agree with that. Ari Aster's movies aren't for me. And you know what? And I respect that. I really do. Like, it's just what we call elevated horror. And sometimes things are more elevated than other elevated horror movies. And Ari Aster really makes you want to put on that thinking cap. Marlon, half of a star. The person next to me was so bored he was singing I'm Still Standing from the Rocket Man Auditorium playing next to me. I'll give that a like. That's pretty creative. Ubs, half a star. You're confused? I'm fucking confused, bro. What the fuck did I just watch? This was quite frankly trash. I sped it up 2 times because of how much I hated it. But at least you finished it. Half a star. Ari Aster sucks. No, you suck. Evan Andrea, half a star. If you're thinking of watching this movie, skip the first 2 hours and 27 minutes, which is pretty much the length time Okay, that was actually a pretty good diss right there, so I'll give it a like. However, don't tell him about the director's cut because it's 20 minutes longer. All right, whatever film we got going on here. Let's see here. We did Jennifer's Body. Chester, we'll do Friday the 13th Part 8 just to do a little preview for next week's live streams we got going on here. And then we'll end it on Halloween Ends, and then that's how we'll end it. Because fuck that movie. Except for everything Corey Cunningham. All right, as you see right there, I give this movie a 3 out of 5. Absolutely deserves that. Oh, I was going to say, what do you guys say about this movie, Joe Lynch? Damn, Joe Lynch gave it a half a star too. So let's see here. I'll advise everything in this movie is outstanding. Sad the outtakes seem better crafted than the film itself, which I've seen those outtakes, so that's true. Easily the worst blocked Jason movie of the series. Is he seriously a ghost at this point? Popping up wherever he wants. I miss the walking. Joe Lynch, that's fair. I'll give that to you. All right, let's see here. We read that. Slayer in Salem. Hey, welcome back there, Slayer. Have a star. What the fuck do you mean the sewers got flooded with toxic waste at night? Was this a common problem in the 80s of New York? It must be because New York is trash. So there we go. I'll give that a like. Let's see here. Callisto, half a star. Callie Quick Quip. There was a poster on the subway that said something like, please, my daughter needs blood for some kind of health campaign. But I see it as a message that his daughter needs not once more blood and gore in horror movies. Jason does not like rap music. He will kick over your stereo. Damn right he will. So I'll give that a like. Moe's 13, half of a star. I think you mean he takes his time to get to Manhattan. Yeah, he takes his time. I'm not going to argue with that. Let's see here. We translated from Portuguese to American, half of a star. TT. It's one worse than the other. I can't take it anymore. Well, fine, be that way. Oh, Leanie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the New York hate. I'm sorry about that. Just bless your all's heart. Barrick, half of a star. I feel obligated to watch the worst film of the franchise for some reason. Have they not heard about Jason Goes to Hell? Please let them know about Jason Goes to Hell. Alex Todd, half of a star. 8 out of 12. 0 to 2 of nudity, 1 of 4 of kills, entertainment value 0 4, overall 1 out of 10. All right, that was the most confusing thing ever. So, all right, we're gonna just be done with that one. Ashen, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is a fucking master. You know what? We'll do that. We'll do that, and then my last pick of Halloween Ends. We still got time. So we'll do what we call my controversial take, my hot seat take. And like, if anybody asks me what my hot seat take is, if I come up one immediately, it's going to be this one. As you'll see from my Letterboxd ranking. It's my favorite movie in the Halloween franchise. Sue me, bite me, don't care. Fucking masterpiece of a film. See, this guy right there, good taste. Good taste. Erica, I even gave you you know what? Let's read Erica. Erica, what do you got here for us? Fuck you doing, man, sneaking around back here. Look, man, don't give me no reason. I suggest you take the easy road out and hit the bricks, Storthy. Shit on this movie all you want. Those who do, I urge you to give it another watch. It's grown on me and movies higher and higher in the ranking all the time. Great Halloween flick. Better than Rob Zombie's previous Halloween movie, in my opinion. Better than any other of his other movies in general. that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. Erica, great review. Love it. Because I absolutely agree with everything you said. Wait, that's not Erica? Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's not Erica. That's not our Erica, like, but I know that Erica, and she's very kind to me, so I still love that Erica too. But I have to take the gong of shame. Anyways, I'm going to pretend none of that actually happened, and we're going to continue moving on. And as you can tell, it is getting way past my bedtime. Melissa, what's going on there, Melissa? How are you doing? Hopefully all is going well with you. You voted for the Whopper. Oh, come on. Have you ever had the Chick-fil-A spicy chicken sandwich? Because if you did with the pepper jack cheese, it's game-changing. All right. That's a whole lot of fucking going around in that review, but too much time. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Eric, half a star. I regret to inform you that the internet's favorite movie is still bad. Well, I could guarantee you that if you ask most people, that is not the internet's favorite movie. So that's a false statement already. They already gave him the giant build of Jason, and now he misses mommy just like him too. Hey, I'm a mama's boy. I understand missing your mommy. This movie's a big innovation is that Michael has gained access to the music video world. All right, that said, it's okay to like a movie, so have fun out there. Well, I'm going to have fun elsewhere because I did not like your review at all. Okay, Melissa, you don't like spicy food. That's fair. Hey, Olivia, we saw you earlier. Have a star. Halloween franchise 2021 viewing, October the 12th. Oh, that makes sense from earlier. How the fuck is this the worse than Resurrection? Turns out they can get even worse, even when you think there's no possible way. Who looked at the 2007 one and thought, yeah, let's add to his shit, or let's add to this shit. Well, you know what? I'm glad they did for the simple fact that it is a beautiful movie. I'm still begging for a Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 4K because I will buy that immediately. This is one of the most beautiful cinematography films ever. Howl, half a star, pretentious as fuck. The only positive I have is the couple of seconds Weird Al was on screen. All right, let's see here. What else we got? We can read this real quick. Retro Raven, half a star. It just gets worse. Rob Zombie's first Halloween movie was pretty bad, which I disagree. But this is just plain awful, which I also disagree. There's shitty writing, insufferable characters, brutal kills with no buildup, and don't get me started on the hallucinations of Michael's mom and the White Horse bullshit, which they explained the White Horse, so it's not our problem that you can't read. Michael doesn't even wear his mask for most of the damn movie and even speaks at one point. Like, why? First off, that's the director's cut where he speaks. So technically we do this based off the theater experience. So you're kind of wrong on that topic. And secondly, you got to remember something. He got shot in the fucking face where his mask blew off. Of course, he's not going to be wearing a full mask. Idiotic take. Moving on. This person, half of a star. What the fuck? Seriously, this can't be a real movie. I've seen paint dry with more suspense. I'm not sure what kind of paint drying that you've been watching with suspense. Maybe Skimmermarink for one. So you're wrong on that. All right, so yeah, that's freaking crazy. I could get trapped down on that loophole and just comment on their reviews right there to tell them how absolutely wrong they are. And so let's finish it on a good note. Halloween ends. So Ashton, this is the part where if you want to leave, you have my permission to leave. You know what, Ashton? Ashton, 5 stars. They could never make me hate you. I'm still trying. Holy crap, man. How many times have you rewatched this movie? Good for you. Oh, there's our boy Lee right there with his 4-star review. Alrighty, let's see here. We got time to do this, and then we'll close out for the night. See here. Ding of Geeks, half of a star. Absolutely fucking not. The writers have clearly never interacted with anybody in marching band. Agree. Too many chefs in the kitchen is what I like to call it. By Day Shyamalan, half a star. What's up, M. Night Shyamalan? Movie executives are the dumbest people on the planet Earth. They seriously call this movie Halloween Ends? Seriously? Do they think this will ever end? Movie executives think that they can end a holiday. Absolutely idiots. Or absolute idiots. Well, here's the deal. I will actually say that this review is wrong. And here's why I say it's wrong. Because of the fact that, yes, this movie is called Halloween Ends. But I think it is absolutely the appropriate title because we're ending a 45-year-long feud between Laurie Strode and Michael Myers. So the name of the movie definitely is earned. But I definitely understand where he's coming from with that because we're obviously going to get a Halloween movie in 2018. Excuse me, we have one in 2018. We're going to get one in 2028. So there's that. Beard of Zoo. Half a star. I love that. That's a funny name, so I'm going to go follow him real quick. That's funny. So anyways, half of a star. If the plan was to make a movie worse than Halloween Resurrection, then David Gordon Green succeeded big time. I think we all owe Rob Zombie an apology because next to this, his Halloween 2 is a masterpiece. Gonna have to watch Halloween 78 to watch this bad taste out of my mouth. You gave a compliment to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, you get a like. Let's see here. That person, half of a star review says Corey in the house. Yeah, he was in a house. Ben David Grabinski, half of a star. Spooky season first watch, 16 of 31. So, okay, your first time watch. Cool. Evil has an intern tonight. What the fuck happened? Band kids. Fuck yeah, fuck those band kids. Let's see here. What else we got here? Movie Boy, half of a star. Not only is Halloween Ends the worst movie in the entire Halloween franchise by a massive margin, it's also one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I'm so genuinely shocked by the quality of what I have just watched that I don't even know how to review this movie. I'm embarrassed for everyone involved in this film. Well, Jamie Lee Curtis did take this movie to earn a paycheck, so you ain't totally wrong on that. So there we go. Stringer Bell, half of a star. David Gordon Green, what the fuck, bro? There aren't many directors in Hollywood who've just gotten worse and worse over time. But this is an example of a dude who made one good film and then a bunch of horse shit for years and still has a career. Another absolute waste of money in a year of garbage films. Whew. Man, and someone that guy is Snickers. Hal, welcome back, Hal. Half of a star. The Rise of Skywalker for the Halloween franchise. Rot in hell, you fucking miserable slasher series. I already don't miss you. Ooh. I want to like it because of the Rise of Skywalker reference, but I still respect the Halloween franchise. And that is all I got for that one. And that is all I got for this, not a 2-hour special, but a 3-hour special. Thanks to all the amazing super chats that you have provided. You all are absolutely awesome. Oh, you motherfuckers. The Whopper with the freaking upset over the spicy chicken sandwich. That breaks my heart. I am very incredibly disappointed with that result. I really thought that the spicy chicken sandwich had the chance to go all the way in this bracket. Son of a bitch. Cole, how many freaking fake accounts do you have? So the Whopper is advanced to the first one to advance into the semifinals. So when we get back at Fright Bites live next week for episode 46, we will be tackling the Big Mac versus the Double Double. That will be a burger showdown for the ages for next week. So let me exit out all this stuff that I absolutely don't need on my tabs. All right, there we go. We're going to end that poll, even though that breaks my itty bitty little heart. I'm going to get back up here. Look, I'm ginormous again. There we go. Let's do that. I want to make sure I'm not missing any other last minute comments. Nope, I think we're good there. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and log out here tonight. I appreciate each and every single one of you. We will definitely, if I'm ever home like this again, we'll tackle more Letterboxd reviews for Fright Bites Live. Or unless if I can get Brad and Chris on board, and we'll just do a good real live about Letterboxd reviews that we'll read. So, that in mind, coming up next week, it's not going to be one stream, but 2 streams for Good Real Live, where we're going to be doing part 7 and 8 of next week. So stay tuned on when those particular streams are indeed going to be. And I am out. I am tired. I got a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I'm going to get on out here. Thank you so much again for the Super Chat goal. You guys are the best supporters in the world. And I will see you all next week. Have a great weekend. Go check out Spider-Man. See you all some in the Discord group for SummerSlam, and I will see you all then. Peace out, everybody.